And here we are once more in RogueTech. Now, we definitely have some work to do for our RogueTech campaign. We are short on money, and we're about to spend more. So I'm going to hop into the engineering bay here. This is maybe a little bit risky, but we're going to repair our third drop bay. Let's do it. That's going to cost 600k. We're going to have 226 left. So, what are we going to need to do here? We have 15 days on our financial report. We need to run missions that will earn us money that are low risk right now. We absolutely have to run missions like this one or this one. We'll go for this one because there's more pay here. Max salvage of 627. That seems okay. We're not going to dip down beyond the half skull for the moment because we need to get this money going. So we're definitely going to run... Are we going to go straight down the middle here? It's about 80,000. I think we'll run straight down the middle. Okay. Now we can drop additional mechs. We need to remember that. We don't need to be bringing Von Cobra. He's still wounded. Mongrel, were you the Jenner pilot? Yes, you're the backup Jenner pilot. Now we can bring a mech in this slot at this time. We can also bring a mech here. We cannot bring mechs in either of these slots for the moment, but that's fantastic. So we will go ahead and bring along our 2 hatchetmen, I think, for the moment. And we're, of course, going to need pilots for both of those. Smoke is low enthusiasm right now, low morale. But what do we have for hatchetman pilots? Well, we could definitely drop Behemoth out of the Wolverine and bring Magistrate. I think that's a good thing to do. And then, Behemoth, do you have hatchetman affinities? You do. So that's fantastic. Anybody else? Live fire? Looks good. So we drop like this. Now, our drop cost is going to be 73,000. But honestly, we should have very little difficulty with this mission, and that's exactly what we want. This is an escort mission, and yep, we know we have some mechs with underutilized tonnage, but that's okay. So this is an escort mission. We're just looking to farm up some cash right now. That's what we need more than anything, is some cash. So let's load this on in. Excellent. It'll only take 1,000,000 years. That's how RogueTech loading works. The good news is most of the bad loading times are behind us, and we just have these standard mission loading times, right? So it's not going to be like the start of campaign loading times. It's always good. Oh, that was actually not bad at all. That was really not bad. I like it. Okay, so we need to escort the convoy to safety and escape. We've had reports of Blakist activity near one of our outlying bases. Unfortunately, we already have a military supply convoy in the field, and it'll be easy prey for a force of mechs. We need you to rendezvous with the convoy and protect it while it's being evacuated. Not much to say, Commander. Steiner made a tactical fumble, and we're going to bail them out. The convoy lead is privately offering to make sure a few crates of ammo fall off the truck if we get them home. So that should be fine. I mean, word gives word to Blake, so they'll have 6-unit lances, but we also have a 6-unit lance at this point. Well, we have a lance and a half. We have 4-unit lances, but we have a lance and a half deployed here. This is going to be by far the most units that we've deployed.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Cool. Let's go. We should have very little issue here. This should be pretty much in and out. Okay, Blakist units in the area. Are they blockading? Visibility is poor in fog and darkness. Okay, looks like they're not blockading. So we're going to drop off on the road here. And we'll have our Jenner run over and capture the zone real quick. Excellent. We're out of combat right now. Our Jenner is out of range. Do I have anyone else who can make it? The Wolverine? No?
Waiting for orders.
Awkward. I should have looked at where the Jenner was dropping. It dropped as far away as it possibly could, and doesn't quite make it to the capture zone, I don't think. Everyone else I'm going to brace for the time being, because I don't actually know where the evac point is. Okay, so there's the convoy. That was in range. Excellent. Okay, so that's the escort zone there. We see a commando, a Toro, a fire bee, and a locust. There's likely more. Yes. We see a Toro and a rocket techie. Okay, these guys, most of them are out of line of sight for the moment. I want to go after these first.
Yep.
So we're going to take our Wolverine up, but we're going to reserve until after these guys move. We may take a huge amount of damage from that rocket techie. We'll see. Okay, that's that Toro moving up. It does not fire. We'll continue to reserve for the moment. That's this Toro. It moves out and fires on the J-37. It stray shots over here.
You got nothing, you hear me?
Okay, so we now have a target up here. We don't know when the rocket techie moves, but we can take the add AC-20 ammo up over this direction. We can sprint it in as close as possible and take a look at our hit odds. 43.4 is not terrible. Nice. We hit the leg there. I like it. So we can now see that the rocket techie is moving right now. It backs off and does not fire.
Orders?
Okay. I'm going to take the Jenner to come engage over this way. For the time being, we're just going to park in the tree line here. Cool. The Locust moves up. At this point, I'm going to reserve the transport. I don't want to move the transports just yet. Having them move later is good for us. Okay. Some form of thermal LRM there. Nothing too major. The Wolverine is phase 6. So we can move the Hatchetman. This is the AC-10. 20% hit odds isn't great here. We could move out to this position.
Got it.
Potentially taking fire from over here in the side arc, which isn't great. But 30% hit odds on the Toro. We'll take it. I'd like to make this guy unsteady before our Hollander moves.
Acknowledged.
Sad. We only hit the laser, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. We will reserve our other vehicle. We don't want to move the convoy units just yet. Both of these get reserved as well. And now our Hatchetman moves. This is perfect. This is our LBX Hatchetman. So we're going to move up over here. And we're going to hit this Toro. I'm hoping that makes him unsteady. It did not. Next up is our Wolverine. The MRMs will definitely make him unsteady. Okay. We'll fire that. Beautiful. So he's now unsteady. And our Hollander, I would like to position up over this direction for the moment. And take out that Toro. We have a good chance of killing here. Taking out the torso there. Not bad. Not bad. That Toro is stricken at this point. It's got very little left. So we can move up our J-37 transport here. It's got a medium pulse laser raker. Sure. I'm just thinking about the rocket techie up here right now. 4 evasive. Okay. There's no point in reserving these further. So we're going to move them up over here. Distance from convoy issues. Fair enough. We're going to keep them moving relatively slowly and in cover then.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Okay. What else do we have here? A machine gun? Not particularly relevant.
Betcha.
We'll move that up. Keep that in cover.
Good to go.
We've got another machine gun. Not very relevant either. And finally, we've got another medium pulse laser. Okay, we'll just position that right here. Okay. So phase 15. Who do we move first?
Commander.
That's the add AC-20 ammo. We're going to move in here. I expect this Toro to likely die to this shot. That's the other torso destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
And he's knocked down. Panic level critical. Pilot could eject here or just be dead. Yeah. He's just dead. Pilot incapacitated. Beautiful. The rocket techie can move up. The Locust can as well. So at this point, the Hollander is certainly going to move out this direction. We only have the one that we can shoot at, the Fire Bee.
Affirmative.
And hit odds are going to be low here, but we'll pot shot it. That was actually close, but we didn't hit.
Reporting negative damage.
Okay. Well, the Fire Bee will move on up and go for our Hatchetman. For now, that's fine. Okay.
What do you need?
Our Wolverine here is absolutely going to engage out in this direction. 63% on the Fire Bee there. That's not bad. So we're going to hit the Fire Bee.
Eat this.
Sadly, we did miss the autocannon, but he's actually just straight up dead. That's a core meltdown.
That
That's
one's gone.
remarkable. Apparently there's Blakist reinforcements. Interesting.
Waiting on you, Commander.
We'll reserve the J-27 for now. I don't want to move the transports just yet.
Ready for
I'd like to
orders.
get our Jenner up over this direction. We see this Toro here and this Locust. I'm actually going to move this
Waiting for
Hatchetman
orders.
first. We're going to come down over here and engage their Locust in the side arc. Hopefully we get some hits here, but odds are not the greatest.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
We actually stray-shotted to the Toro. I like it. That works well. Structure exposure in this torso. Cool.
Commander,
Do we reserve the Jenner here? Yes, we do. Okay. The Toro moves up, fires on that J-27. It does land a hit, but we have that 20% damage reduction, so it's okay for the moment. All good.
What can I do for you?
We'll reserve these guys again,
I'll wait here for now.
and this is going to be the rocket techie. It does not fire. Fascinating. I don't think I agree with that choice. Ooh. Another large laser over there. Well, we'll have these guys dealt with
Nice
fairly soon.
try.
Okay.
Need something, Chief?
So this Hatchetman does not get an LOS on the rocket techie, but we do get LOSs out over here. So we're going to head back and engage over this way. And we'll fire on this Toro. We're mostly fishing for crits in this torso. Let's see what we get. SRM ammo explosion into engine destruction. That's quite a crit. Well, that's one way to do things. Hello, pause menu. Have we finished moving all of our units? Not the Jenner yet. So I'm going to reserve to the Jenner's motion here, and we are going to bring the Jenner around. Do we hit the rear arc on the Locust or the Commando? I think the Commando is the bigger threat. We can only punch from that rear arc, though. So maybe that's not the best call. Yeah, we come in and kick the Locust then. 63% chance.
location confirmed. Engaging.
Hey, we got it. Fantastic. So he loses his evasive, and we hit him very hard in the rear arc. That'll knock him down. That Locust is incredibly close to dead. Okay. At this point, we bring in our vehicles. I'd love to bring our vehicles in up here. That's too far away from the convoy. We can position it here. There's no LOS due to the hill. That's maybe okay, considering our vehicles are slightly damaged. Now, that's too far from the convoy, but we can position here. We just have to keep that average position close enough
Good
together.
to go.
So now we can position here,
Max speed, no shooting. I
and
hear
we
ya.
can come up over, like, here. Cool.
Double time.
Okay, next round. So we get to move immediately, and we are going to move our Hollander. The Hollander will position up over here. There's flames on the way,
my way.
but we should have a pretty free shot at this Locust. This Locust is so dead, right? Actually, we should really go for CT. There we go.
Got it.
So we made it through the CT. He did get his damage reduction from the cover there, but That's like 1 hit point in the CT. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
The AD-AC-20 ammo is going to move up here and engage the rocket techie in its side arc. Our variable range targeting is currently set to long range, and I should have changed... Actually, we can change that there. Hit odds aren't the best, but we'll give it a go. And we got it. Beautiful. Hello, Grateful. I'm doing well. How are you today? We are certainly going to... who do we move next? The Hatchetman? Yeah, the Hatchetman. Okay, we're going to move in and look to engage the Commando. I'd like to come in a little bit more on the flank here.
Position confirmed.
This way we're lined up for a stray shot on that Locust, potentially. Ooh, that was a couple of really solid hits on that Commando.
Target
Fairly low odds, too. We destroyed its large laser, so the Commando is basically dead in the water at this point. The Wolverine can close in.
On it.
And we're going to hit the Commando here.
This should be.
That was a very wide spread of hits. Okay. Very, very wide spread of hits. So they're going to move the Commando here. It has no weapons, so there's nothing it can do. The Jenner is going to finish off the Locust. I'm not going to fire the SRM. There's no point. That was armor damage there, but the pilot ejects. Cool. It was the right call. The pilot needed to eject there.
One less target.
Okay, so next up we are going to finish off that Commando. So we're going to fire our LBX. This is kind of long range for the LBX, but it should be okay. Torso destruction there, primitive engine crit. There may be another Lance that spawns when we reach the extraction point. We'll see.
I read you, Commander.
But we're going to fire a machine gun in X6 mode. There we go.
Take this.
And the pilot dies to a machine gun.
Should've run when
Oh,
you had
or not the
chance.
pilot, rather. Actually, no, that was pilot incapacitated. The pilot did die to a machine gun.
Waiting for
That's embarrassing. Okay, what's the maximum distance we can go here? There. Cool. So now we need to move this
Waiting
furthest
on you,
vehicle,
Commander.
and we can make our way to here.
Affirmative.
So there may be another Lance that spawns when we get to the escort zone. We'll see.
Good to go.
But that is all of the enemies for now. Cool. We've exited combat, and so we're just going to make our way over towards the exit zone
On it. On
and
my
sink
way.
our heat. We expected this
On
to
my
be
way.
a pretty easy mission, to be honest. That was 100% expected.
Coordinates
And we'll just
received.
move our vehicles over. Are we going to be able to make it all the way next round? I'm not sure.
Roger.
We'll see.
On the move.
The Jenner can position off over here. There may not be a reinforcement Lance, to be clear.
Heading out.
We don't know.
Moving out.
So I'd like to park just outside of the convoy location, like so.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
There we go. And we'll definitely make it in next round. So our mechs will continue to close in over here.
Confirmed.
And we'll just leave the Jenner where it's at.
Moving out.
Otherwise, all of these guys can come in, and we'll drop these guys off
On my
here.
way.
That looks suspicious. Yep, more contacts. So they're sending in reinforcements.
You're in position, Commander. Hold
'Kay.
your ground until the package is on its way.
Well, we knew that was coming, or that it could be coming. But we're just going to drop in here. I don't think they're going to be able to destroy any of these before they evac, which will be next round. So we'll get into position. We know that they were up this direction. We're now entering combat. Okay, we see a Mercury and a second Mercury. Cool.
So.
We're going to head up over this way.
Roger.
Okay, a full extra Word of Blake Lance on a half skull. 12 total units. That's surprising. We're going to need our Hatchetman guarded there. For now, we're just moving into engage position. We can't actually attack them very effectively here because they need to move first. So we'll allow them to move. That Mercury drops off of our sensors. Our Hollander is going to move up over here.
Commander.
Our Jenner is going to position, I think, here. Yep,
Acknowledged.
in that cover. I like it. And let's see what they do here. So they have a Locust. It kind of ran away. Sure. Our add AC-20 ammo is quite a ways back, but we can park it right here to engage some of these guys up this direction. Should be reasonably fine. But we don't want to take much damage if we can at all help it. So we need to eliminate these as quickly as we can. That Mongoose moves up and fires on the add AC-20 ammo. It gets a couple of hits. Okay. We can definitely close in on that with our AC-20, so it should be fine.
Hey there.
The Hatchetman will absolutely make its way up over this direction. Cool. We could fire on this Oscout here. And we should.
Roger that.
Getting a little bit of armor damage into it. I like it. What else do they have? So their Mercury moves up. All of these
Waiting for
guys,
orders.
they're going to be out of LOS and out of
For now,
range. We're
slowing
just
down
going to
a bit.
brace all of them.
I hear ya.
They can't be moved at this point, and they're out of here anyway.
Objective secured.
So there's the primary objective complete, and all convoy units survived, so we get our bonus. That's great. Now what?
What
Well,
do you need?
now our Wolverine is going to start closing in on some of these guys. I want to be a little further back than this for ideal range on the Oscout,
Copy that.
and we're going to hit this Oscout pretty hard.
Roger.
Nice. Structure exposure and an engine crit there.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Standing by.
Now the Hollander is going to move up over here and start working on doing some sniping.
On the move.
I want to be firing on these guys back here, but if our hit odds are good enough, we could fire on the Oscout. I'm just afraid that we could stray shot this Jenner, so I'd rather not. 0.9, 0.9, and 2.6, gross. We're just going to brace for now. The fog in the nighttime is too much for our sniper at the moment. So the add AC-20 ammo is going to close in up here. There we go. Are we better off in short range or long range targeting? Short range. Okay. So we'll fire the AC-20, 50% hit odds. Let's see how it goes. We miss. That's fine. We're mostly closing in right now. So that's cool.
Yes,
The
Commander.
Jenner is going to bypass the Oscout and start making its way around over here. I want to hit this Mercury's side
Double
arc
time. Let's
for the
go.
time being.
Affirmative.
Okay, we got some damage in there. Not a ton. But we're getting into engagement range here. That's the important thing. So the Locust moves up. Looks good. Does a little bit of machine gun damage to our Jenner. I don't care. It can do that one all it wants. Our Hatchetman is going to close in here, and its target is the Oscout.
Copy that.
That Oscout has taken a substantial amount of damage. We can crit fish here, and there's a possibility that we kill it.
Firing all left.
There we go. It had a primitive engine, so losing that torso is not good for it.
Tango down.
Excellent. 1 down, 5 to go. The Mongoose moves up. Fires on our Hollander there. That's interesting.
Standing by.
Not a move I would have made. Our Hatchetman is going to look to close in over here,
Double time. Let's go.
and we're going to check hit odds. 13.4, same, and 20%. We'll fire on this Mongoose. I don't expect much out of it.
Here it comes.
20 damage, that'll do. But what's really important there is it has its back turned to our AC-20 mech, so that's the thing. That Mercury moves up, gets a large laser into our Hatchetman. That does hurt a bit, but not too bad. The other Mercury backs off, also fires on the hatchetman, but misses everything. I love it. So that's great. And what else do they have? They've got that Falcon out there. Ooh. That was a lot of hits on that hatchetman. It's pretty long range out of LOS, but he gets the hits, so good for him.
Yeah?
Our Wolverine is going to close in over this direction and try to take the forefront here.
Got it. No shooting. Just
And who do we
running.
want to go for here? 50% on the Falcon, 50% on the Mercury as well. Hit odds are technically best on this Falcon. So we'll fire on that.
I'm taking the shot.
Okay, decent armor damage there. Our Hollander at this point can position here. And from that position can fire on everything. Hit odds are best on this Mercury. We'll give it a go. Ooh, that was a solid hit.
Scored a critical hit.
In the arm rather than the torso. I would have preferred the torso, but it's all good.
What's that?
So our
bug?
Jenner is now going to come in behind this Locust. Or maybe on the side arc here. Realistically, I don't like the positioning here for the melee. I think I'm just going to try to fire on the rear arc without meleeing. I think it's too risky to melee it at this exact moment.
I copy.
And the Locust just dies from that. So, yeah, we didn't need to risk it. I like it.
Orders.
The hatchetman is going to move in here. We could attack the Mercury with the physical weapon. Or we could kick it. I think the physical weapon is fine here. Let's actually use the hatchet for once. Let's see. The right side is the weak side, so we're hitting it strong side here. But I think that's fine.
Roger that.
Nice hit. So that's another arm destroyed. Oh, and a leg destruction. Solid. I like it. That is absolutely great. So that Mercury is
Ready.
not in the best of shape, shall we say. We're going to sprint our hatchetman forward here. I don't love this positioning. But we'll fire the LBX out at this Falcon. Hopefully we don't rear arc stray shot, but we didn't, so it's all good. This Mongoose gets to move before our add AC-20 ammo, sadly. Okay, a little bit of damage in the side arc of the Wolverine is not a big deal. Sounds good.
Ready for order.
So our add AC-20 ammo is going to come in the back here. Would we be better off sprinting? Yes, actually, we would.
On the move.
Hopefully we don't stray shot our Hollander. That could be problematic. Actually. We shouldn't lose our Gauss rifle unless we crit the Hollander, even if it hits in the correct location. This is still risky, but we're going to try it.
Give us everything I've got.
Okay, we missed, but we didn't stray shot the Hollander. That's good. The Mercury moves over and rear arc attacks the Jenner. That's fine. I really don't care about that. The Mercury failed to stand up here. The other Mercury. So this should be pretty free this round. A structure exposure on the hatchetman there is unfortunate, but...
Reporting. Internal damage.
what's in there? Medium pulse laser heatsink and the engine? Yikes. Okay. So we need to protect the hatchetman here. Phase 11, Phase 13, Phase 10, and Phase 15. Well, the add AC-20 ammo can come in here on the rear arc of the Mongoose. We can only punch from there, but we can kick from here. We should kill the Mongoose with that. So that's a successful melee. That's a torso destruction.
How'd that taste?
The Mongoose is not dead.
Yes, Commander.
The Hollander from here could fire on this Mercury and almost certainly get the kill. And that's what we're going to do.
Here we go.
There we go. One dead Mercury.
Hope we can salvage that.
Yep.
Our Wolverine is going to move up over this direction. Like so. We're going to look to fire on the Mercury here.
Confirmed.
Nice, we broke through the armor. Torso destruction there.
Nice.
That
Got
Mercury
past the
took
armor.
extreme damage there, but it's not dead yet.
Ready
Okay.
for orders.
Our Jenner is going to move in. It's got to be on the Mercury. We can kick from this direction. It's side arc. And this is, I think, its strong side. But the Mercury has very little armor over here. It's probably okay.
Copy that.
So we're going to do that.
Targeting for physical attack.
That's a leg destruction.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Okay, the Mercury dies. Fantastic.
Tango down.
So now all that's left is the Falcon and the Mongoose. The Mongoose is knocked down. The Mongoose moves before the Hatchetman does.
Receiving it.
So our Hatchetman has to come over here and finish the Mongoose.
Fire.
There we go. One dead Mongoose.
Enemy down.
And then this Hatchetman has to protect its left-hand side. So we need to turn so that our right is facing this guy.
On my way.
I'm also going to Vigilance the Hatchetman. And then we will pot shot at this Falcon. I don't expect a ton of damage out of that, but we'll see. Okay. So the Falcon moves now. If I was it, I would come down here. Oh, it's going the wrong direction. It goes for the Jenner. The Jenner's armor holds. All good.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
So it's over. It won't survive this round. The Hatchetman can move up and continue to
Heading out.
attempt to build up instability on it.
Locking in. All weapons.
Cool. Got a little bit of instability there.
Commander.
This Hatchetman will move up, but I think we're actually going to reserve it because I want to move a specific mech next. The Falcon moves. Goes for the Wolverine. Okay.
I'm under heavy fire here.
So the next mech that I want to move is either the Wolverine or the Jenner, and they both move in this phase. So we're going to go for the Jenner first. We're going to go for the backstab on the Falcon. We have a 50% hit chance on this kick. We did miss it, which is unfortunate.
Reporting negative damage.
But we got a good backstab there, regardless.
Critical hit, Commander.
Excellent.
I'm generating a lot
Okay,
of heat, Commander.
next up, the Hollander would like to get into LOS. We're probably going to have to sprint, and I'm definitely going to want to move the Wolverine somewhere like Substructed LOS, but I guess we'll go here.
All right, full.
I don't love that positioning. I'm not going to fire the AC-5 here, only the MRM. Okay. Now,
Commander.
can the Hollander get into LOS, and do we want to shoot it if it can? It can't get into LOS, so the second half of that question is moot. Cool.
Good to go.
We'll sprint up with add AC-20 ammo. There we go.
Yes, Commander.
And our Hatchetman is going to head in over this way. Now, this is the non-LBX autocannon,
Affirmative.
and we're not going to fire it. Hit odds are too low. But the Wolverine moves again. So we're going to move in with the Wolverine. I'd like to take a side arc if I can, and we'll fire something kind of like this. This Falcon is not going to live for very long. That's a successful kick, so it just dies here.
Scored a
He actually ejected. I like it. That's absolutely great.
mech destroyed.
All targets eliminated. We're out of here.
Mission successful.
Okay. So we don't have a huge amount of salvage that we're going to get from that. We're mostly just looking to make money, right? Before the financial report. We are in some dire financial straits right now. So we're just going to run easy missions for a little bit and hopefully milk some money. That would be a great thing to do. Some mistakes are too fun to only make once. That's true. So we got 350,000 C-bills out of that. It's good, but it's not enough to pay for our month tick here, which is a little bit sad. We have some armor to replace. The question is, how long will it take to replace that armor? I don't know the answer to that. I definitely want this ER large laser. The snub-nosed PPC. Do we have endosteel? We do have 2 endosteel structures. So what else is available? Double heat sinks are good, but we do have some. Okay. So I think we're going to go for the ER medium laser, and we'll see what we get from the roulette. A lot of parts. That's fine. This machine gun we can get rid of. Standard FCS is unnecessary. Standard heatsink cooling, no thank you. We can keep around the Guardian ECM and some Infernal SRM ammo. We can keep that too. Should be fine. But our big problem right now is absolutely finances. We need at least 1 more mission deploy before the financial report, so we need our mechs to be done faster than 15 days. I think they will be. We do have all 3 of our repair bays up and running at full efficiency, so I think we'll be fine. But that is the concern at this moment. Now, to be clear, we could definitely scrap some chassis and make the money that we need. That's not a big deal. I would prefer not to do that unless we hit some truly dire financial straits, which we're not in right now. We're not in true... Oh, hello. Oh, this is that ammo that fell off the back, isn't it? Yeah, okay. High explosive machine gun ammo. Neat. X2 critical. Not bad. 8 days for repairs. According to Yang, it'll actually be less than that. So let's get that going, Yang. Cool. I want to have this be in, like, descending order. So something kind of like that. Let's get our mech warriors back. And there's all of the work orders done. Beautiful. So let's check to see if we can do any Mechwarrior training, and then we're just going to immediately redeploy. We need to get back out there as soon as possible. So we'll get some guts for Majestic.
Aye, aye. Commander.
And that's it. Cool. So let's see what's available. We may want to consider a 1 skull if it's good enough in terms of pay. This is pretty good. Lyran units in a battle? No free priority salvage, but we could sit here and make 1,000,000 C-bills. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I think we'll do exactly that. A 1 skull shouldn't be a problem with us having 6 mechs. So let's go. Fantastic. Especially with us not being against the Word of Blake. Those guys have a lot of units. 12 units was more than I was anticipating on a half skull, for sure. We did end up making a profit, but it could have been easier. But that's completely fine. We should have no real problem here. Even if they have a backup lance, it'll be... what, 33% fewer units than the last mission, guaranteed. I mean, if they have 2 backup lances, then it'll be the same number of units. So even then, it'll be fine, right? We should not have any major issues, and making 1,000,000 C-bills here seems really, really good. So we need to destroy the Lyran units. Commander, we're trying to safely transport injured personnel to one of our facilities on Capola. Unfortunately, satellite surveillance has shown Lyran units operating in the region we're expecting to move our medical convoy through. We need a mercenary lance to sweep the area and eliminate any Lyran units. Please, think of this contract as a mission of mercy. I don't believe that mission of mercy line for a second, but there isn't anything here to be concerned about. Cool. Well, we'll see how wrong Darius is. He's usually quite wrong. That's a bit of a freeze.
Reactor
There we
online.
go. Cool.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, well, let's do this. So we just need to destroy the enemy. Stand up fight.
Command interface.
They're in this area. It's very craggy. Okay. So they're there. Setting up our Hollander here is not bad. Unfortunately, our other mechs would have to go a long ways around. Any way we slice it, we're going to have to go a long ways around. So I think we'll spawn up here. I don't love this position. I mean, it's a good position, but I don't love how circuitous it'll be. Okay, we see a Harasser and a Shadowhawk 2C. Is that literally it? Surely there's more than that.
What do you need?
We're going to move in our Wolverine here.
Confirmed.
Okay, there's a Clint as well. I'm not going to fire this round, and I should have reserved. But I wanted to see if there were any other enemies, and there definitely are. So that Harasser moves, and it runs towards the edge of the map, which is right there.
Receiving you.
Our Hollander can now move up,
Got it.
and this is like the best shot we're gonna get on the Harasser at this point. We can roll the dice here. It's probably not gonna happen. Cool. I'm not surprised that it didn't work. Hello, Shadow Wolf. How are you doing today? Oh, okay, another vehicle. So this does not look particularly difficult. It's just getting to them that's going to be interesting. The large laser into the Jenner is a little sad, but it's fine. So from here, we're definitely going to start moving forward, although all of them will have moved at this point. 6 damage into the Wolverine, no big deal. And that Shadowhawk almost overheated from that shot.
Commander.
Fascinating. We're definitely going to start sprinting our AC-20 down this way.
Go.
No doubt about that.
Waiting for orders.
The Hatchetman will also start sprinting down this way. We'll take a look
Let's go.
at LBX shots. Honestly, 30% is okay.
On it.
Yeah, 12 damage.
Standing by.
For the AC-10, it's probably not going to happen.
Got it.
20%? Well, they're in line there. We could stray shot. We didn't. That's fine. Okay.
What's up, boss?
So the Jenner is absolutely going to start sprinting down over here. It's way out of range. We knew that we would have a hard close in here from the terrain.
Good.
So the Hollander is going to move up over this way.
Location
And 14%, 26, and 26. We're going to go for this guy.
Firing.
Same reasoning as before. Potential stray shot there, but we missed, and that's to be expected, in all honesty. The add AC-20 ammo is just going to keep sprinting over here. I highly doubt that we have the odds to make a pot shot worthwhile. Yeah, we really, really don't. So that's completely okay. The Clint moves up. Fires at the add AC-20 ammo. That's fine.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Okay.
Yeah?
For some reason, I was thinking this was a cliff. This is not a cliff. We can just go this way. Okay. That's exciting. Now, if we do this, we're going to be in the rough terrain. I would rather not be in the rough terrain. So we're going to sprint up,
Got it. No
and we're going to be
shooting, just
substantially
running.
below, so we shouldn't be blocking our sniper's LOS. We'll fire on this Clint, and we got good hits there. Nice.
Orders.
So this is our AC-10 Hatchetman here. We'll definitely continue firing on that Clint.
Target confirmed.
We missed, but we're not shocked about that.
Negative damage.
Really good? That's good. I'm glad you're having a good day, Shadow Wolf. They're going to fire on our Wolverine here. I don't care. Wait,
Come on.
10
Send me a
damage
real mech
from a
warrior.
Shadowhawk 2C. Are those ATMs? Right now, I'm kind of regretting having one priority salvage. We don't know too much about this Shadowhawk 2C,
Good to go.
but potentially spicy. We're going to move up with our Hatchetman here, and I want to make this Clint unsteady. That's our current goal.
Firing on target.
So we'll keep firing on him. Okay. This is not particularly relevant damage. I like it.
Light damage, Commander.
Cool.
Orders?
So our Jenner at this point can definitely close in over this way. That's in rough terrain. I'd rather not be in rough terrain.
On the move.
So we can position
Full
here.
speed.
We could fire on this guy or on the Clint. Hit odds are slightly better on the vehicle here. I'm still going to fire on the Clint.
On it.
We missed all of the missiles, sadly, but we did expose the structure on him.
Yep.
Our Wolverine can now close in here. We're still hitting the Clint. He could... Nope. The Clint. There we go. We could die here, or he could die here, rather. Nope. He is unsteady, though. Now, do we get to move the Hollander before he moves? Yes.
going?
The Hollander moves right now.
Moving out.
So the Hollander moves up and gets into, like, its final position there.
Firing. Full complement.
And we miss, of course.
That's a miss.
56%. I mean, it's not a huge chance to hit there. So it's not super shocking. Okay. That large laser is definitely annoying. But it's fine. The add AC-20 ammo is going to sprint into here. We could fire on the Clint. Actually, that's good odds. Even better with short-range targeting. Do it. Okay, we hit the leg there. That Clint doesn't have much armor left. This guy, our Jenner's likely going to go after. And our LBX AC-10 could very easily kill this Clint. We got an engine heatsink crit there, but it's not dead. Oh, pilot panics and ejects. So it does die. Okay, well that's one way to do things. Our Hatchman is going to come in over here,
Roger.
checking hit odds. We definitely go for this guy.
Affirmative.
Sad. But not shocking.
That's a miss.
Yes, it is. That harasser moves up. That's an interesting target to go for. It misses.
Standing by.
We're going to take the Jenner over this direction. We absolutely would love to eliminate this vehicle. This angling is not the best at all. If we miss this kick, we're in quite a bit of danger. But we'll give it a go.
Affirmative.
Okay, we didn't miss the kick. We're still in a little bit of danger here with the Jenner having its back turned, to be clear. But we have the evasive, at least.
Yes,
Okay.
Commander.
The Hollander gets another shot. Or actually, it gets to shoot at this harasser. That's not a great hit odd. And I think we're going to reserve the Hollander for right now and see if it gets a better
Waiting for
target.
orders.
And we can actually immediately turn the Jenner and move it over this way. I love it. We're going to do exactly that and position it here. We're going to pot shot this harasser, but not... actually, I'm not. I'm just going to sink heat. Hit odds are too low.
Yes, Commander.
The Hatchman here can sprint over. And we're closing in there. Hit odds are still too low.
Standing by.
This guy with the LBX is probably going to end up... Well, actually, no. We don't have
On my
LOS
way,
here.
Double time.
Okay. That's
Watch my six.
an interesting place for that harasser to go because the Wolverine can
My
respond
armor's
to it.
getting stripped off.
That's... So can the add AC-20 ammo. Like... I feel like it didn't think this through very well.
Moving out.
We miss our melee attack. Let's see about the AC-20. We missed that too. Fair enough. But we can respawn with the Wolverine still too.
Yes, boss.
So we will fire on the harasser or... Yeah, that's the only target we have.
All weapons are go.
We missed that too.
No joy.
Yeah?
Cool. Well, the Wolverine will come in over here. One of these will hit eventually.
I'll do what I can.
I still don't like this position that the harasser took, even if we're rolling poorly on dealing with it. Okay. So at this point, let's see what the Shadowhawk does to take advantage of that. Oh, that's funny. It stray shots the harasser and exposes the armor there. And almost shuts down. Oh, okay.
Let's do this.
That's interesting. We definitely fire on the Shadowhawk 2C with the Hollander.
Firing full complement on
Oof.
enemy.
We had good odds there, but we do not hit.
Negative damage.
Okay, the add AC-20 ammo is still going to roll this.
Locked on for physical attack.
Okay, we missed that melee. There we go. The autocannon takes it out.
Show me your
Beautiful.
war face.
It was only a matter of time until something eliminated it. The Jenner at this point can move on up here. Can we get a kick in on the rear arc of the Shadowhawk? We can, and the hit odds are really good. We could kill the Shadowhawk from this.
Position confirmed. Targeting for physical attack.
Okay, so that's a successful hit. Ammo explosion there. And a knockdown. The Shadowhawk is going to try to get up, but it's not going to succeed. We're going to move up over here. We're going to kill it before it gets up, I think. I probably should have gone slug ammo there. We did stray shot the Jenner with 2 lasers, but that's an engine destruction, and we're out of here.
Tango down.
That's just free money. I like it.
Mission successful.
That was not bad at all. So that makes us about 1 million C-bills, minus our costs. So we're going to be at like 900,000, somewhere in there. But even so, that's enough to pay for our month tick. So that's great. And we didn't take much damage. So that's fantastic. We're going to be able to get another mech dropping soon. We kind of don't have a good one. I mean, we've got the Mongoose and the Hornet. They're both pretty crappy. Oh, we got a contract payment increase. Cool. There was a hidden secondary. I like it. So that's up over 1 million C-bills there, then. And we could go for the Shadowhawk part. We could take the ATM, but that's no good without the ATM ammo. There's no ATM ammo currently available. We're going to take the ATM for now, but we're not going to be able to utilize it. We do get a Clan ER medium laser. That's a good one. An Engine Core 240. I like it, but we have one, so we can sell that for an extra 104,000 C-bills. A Clan FCS standard. That's a solid one. And a couple of basic sensors that we can sell. Cool. So that's all absolutely fantastic. We're going to get a lot of money out of that. Like, we're going to have very little repair bills here. We can probably deploy another time before the financial report even. And that would be great. But we do need to start thinking about getting another mech ready to drop. Because very soon we're going to have 7 available. So we'll need money for that. Unless we want to just drop the Mongoose or the Hornet. Honestly, I would like to eliminate the Hornet. Have the Mongoose as a backup mech. And have another mech ready to go. That would be my ideal scenario here. Go ahead and get that done, Yang. I want to take a look at what we have available for that. Because we're going to be ready in 4 days here to have another mech to go. We can bring the Mongoose for now. But it's certainly non-ideal. Actually, let's take a look at what the Mongoose has going on. Did we already refit this? I can't remember. This is crappy. Okay. This is real crappy. So, how much would we actually gain from swapping in some endosteel structure? 1.25 tons that we can toss into armor. That actually allows us to nearly max out the armor. This on its own is a solid upgrade. We lose a little bit of armor in the legs. And I think that's okay. So we'll get that going. That'll get the Mongoose substantially more durable, particularly in its rear arc. So that'll be nice. The Hornet, I think, is just useless, and we probably shouldn't get the Hornet set up. We should probably just get rid of the Hornet. So strip off his equipment, like so. What did it have? An LRM-5 and a small and medium laser. Yeah, strip that off. I'm aware that it's not ready for battle. And we're going to scrap it. That makes us a little bit of money, and we don't have to pay for it in upkeep. Now, the next question is, do we have a mech that we can get ready to go? Not a Shadowhawk. A Goblin is not a mech. Clint Vulcan, no. Okay. We could get a Commando ready. That's definitely something we could do. This is the large laser variant here. This is an SRM like backstab mech. But the Com-2DS is gonna be what we're gonna have to go for. So we could use the other commando parts here. That'll cost us a little money. But we'll get that ready to go.
Mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Okay. So it's not amazing, but let's see what this commando is looking like. Okay. So we'll need to repair everything here. It had by default an XL engine. We can't replace that. Okay. Advanced UAVs here. That's not bad. It's got stealth armor. That's always good. We'll max out its armor for the time being. We're going to drop... Well, narking is not bad, actually. Maybe dropping the narc sticky bomb, though. We'll need to save some weight here, for sure. So we can drop in an endosteel structure. That'll save a little weight. We have an SRM-6 Holly here. We have a medium laser here. An AoE rocket 5. I don't know that I love that, but that's probably not really anything that we can do too much with at this moment. I'd love to put in a Clan SRM-6 Streak. That's 3 tons compared to the Holly's 3 tons. But I doubt we have any Streak SRM ammo. Clan Streak SRM ammo. Let's check. No, we do not. We don't have any SRM ammo in this at all. So we'd like to have a double round, or a double ton of SRM ammo. That would be the most efficient way to do this. We could drop the advanced UAV. Do we require the heat sinks? Hang on. We should check that. We do. Okay, so we can't save any weight with the heat sinks. We need that. Yes. The advanced UAV does not cost tonnage. We have a handheld laser rifle on here, too. That's interesting. Okay. So we've got the narc launcher, we've got the medium laser. Rule number 9, apparently. And we've got an FCS standard in here right now. I would like to put in maybe that clan FCS that we just had. Yeah, that'll work. And any good cockpits here? I mean, we could put in a AR-12 sheath beacon. There was one of these previously. So that's something that we can do. And now we're currently overweight by 3 tons. We're already running an XL gyro. We would love to run an XL engine. That would be the dream here. That would probably allow us to... get what we needed. Unfortunately, that IFF jammer is destroyed. Did we have one of those? I feel like we had an IFF jammer at some point. Let's just check through here real quick. Apparently not currently. Okay. So how else do we want to drop weight? This emergency coolant system doesn't actually drop weight. Yeah, it does not. So we should probably keep that in place for the moment. We can drop armor here. If we were to do that, what would this armor end up looking like? Not amazing, but we are running the Mistwalker. Requires an ECM or EW system to be installed. Let's validate this quick. It's saying that that's okay. Does the sheath beacon... Oh, that does count as an EWS. Okay. Fantastic. So another thing that we could think about slotting onto this would be the Beagle Probe or Guardian ECM. But we already have an electronic countermeasure suite, so that's not going to be a thing. I would love to find a way to get more armor on this. We could put ferrofibrous armor in, but we already have Mistwalker, and I'd rather have that. So what else can we think of to reduce the weight of this thing? We could drop this medium laser and just rely on the SRM-6 and the laser rifle. Or alternatively, we could bring it down to a small laser if we have one. And I think that would be far more weight efficient for us. So we bring in a small laser here. That allows us to put half a ton more into our armor. That's good. Now, this thing isn't mostly, like... It's not entirely designed to be taking hits. That's for sure. We could drop the AoE Rocket 5. It does only have the one attack. That would save us an additional half ton. And I'm just looking at our hard points here. Maybe we accept this as is. In theory, this should be an amazing backstab mech. Although we wouldn't really want to melee with it, probably. Just checking here. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to have to activate the stealth there, but of course we've also got the sheath beacon here. So this mech should be incredibly difficult to hit. A snub-nosed PPC would be funny if we could figure out a way to get it in here, in this small laser slot. With an XL engine, I think we could. So that's a potential future upgrade path. As it is, I think we'll validate this and get that good to go. So obviously all of our mechs are currently occupied, right? They're all currently being repaired. I think that all of these are fine. This order is completely okay. So we're going to tick forward here for a little bit. We'll get our Mechwarriors back. And there's that drop pod ready to go. So at this point, we can drop 7 mechs. And we'll be dropping the Mongoose, not the Commando, just yet. But we definitely do want to think about getting our 4th drop pod. 700k? We can afford it. Just.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
I like it. Okay, so we can get that going. That is absolutely great. And now we can hop back into the Argo here, or rather into the command center. Well, really, we should check to see if there are pilots that need upgrades. That's what we should do right now. Okay, so anybody needing a promotion here?
Commander.
Yes, Commander.
Good to go.
Standing by.
Orders?
Yes, actually, Mongrel. Now, Mongrels in the Jenner, we've been doing a lot of melee attacking in the Jenner. So melee accuracy here, I think is good. So we can take additional evasive and minus 10% visibility. Cool. And that'll also be good for the Commando, I think. What else? Smoke,
Yes,
are you good?
Commander.
Nope. Okay. So at this point, we're ready to deploy again. Fantastic. What do we got here? This battle, it does have a maximum tonnage. What is its maximum tonnage? We're against Word of Blake. And we're bringing in the Igor here. A maximum of 400 tons? Oh, okay. That's pretty free. We can bring the Wolverine here. And we're only going to be bringing 6 mechs because we have the heavy bomber. Excellent. Why can't we deploy? We're not allowed to drop 7 units, only 6. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we will definitely continue to bring the Wolverine, but we'll bring it over this hatchman, I believe? No, this hatchman. Okay. There we go. Now we can deploy. Let's go. Fantastic. So we will get this loaded on in. We are against Word of Blake, so we're expecting there to be a lot of different enemies here. A whole lot of enemies. That's gonna be interesting for sure. But the heavy bomber should make a pretty quick work of them, in theory. That is the job of the heavy bomber here, after all. So there's a minimum of 6 units that we're going to be against, I believe, here. And there could be as many as 12. But I don't think they're... Well, we have seen reinforcement lances on these in the past. So there could be 12. If that's the case, we're simply outnumbered 2-1. That's not a big deal. We need to destroy the Blakist Lance. Due to logistical issues, we have only a single heavy air asset to task with the destruction of an isolated enemy force. We'd like to hire you to fill out the unit to full strength and provide support. With any luck, we won't have to do much more than confirm kills. Easy money, Commander. Cool. So, in theory, we'll make our full month's worth of cash here. That would be great. And it'll be really nice to get an XL engine if we can get one of those for the Commando. That would be amazing. I would love to get our hands on an XL engine. It would be expensive to put in, and I'm not sure how much weight it would actually save us, but if we could get that snub-nosed PPC on, I'd be so happy. I kind of think it'll not save 5.5 tons, but we'll see. We can begin this mission. And the real question is,
Interface initiated.
Why is it so dark? But the secondary question, a full moon out there. Watch out for werewolves, or they'll consume your blood. Okay. Darius is confusing his legendary creatures. It's vampires that suck blood out of people. It's what the werewolves want you to think, until they suddenly pounce on you and empty your body of blood. Okay. Good job, Darius. So we don't really want to land in this ravine, I don't think. I would rather land out here. So let's do that, and let's see where this Blakist Lance is. Okay.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
So we're outnumbered 2-1. Okay. We see enemies out over here. Well, we see 3 enemies out over here. 4. And then we see these 6 over this way. So we're going to split up and create a bit of a firing line here. But for right now, we're going to reserve. The Nexus moves up. And they shoot in our rear arc. That's very rude. But it is what it is. At this point, we would have been better off spawning here. But we're going to send our Igor. Actually, the Igor doesn't move just yet. The Wolverine is going to come out over here and fire on this Nexus, I think. It doesn't have much armor. But we need to create a firing line on both sides here. Cyclone, Commando. Yeah, we're going to fire on this Nexus. Odds are not the best, but we'll see. A little bit of damage there. Okay. So they're attacking up over here. Not too much. That's not bad.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Okay. But we're definitely outnumbered. We know there's at least 10 units. I'm expecting 12. They did a little bit of damage to our Igor.
Systems holding.
I'm trying to decide right now whether we go after this force with the Igor or whether we go after this force with the Igor. There are 2 helicopters up here. We definitely need to move the Igor the moment we get a chance, but we haven't yet. I think I'm going to go up here. Okay. So right now is when the pain is happening. That's a tiny Atlas.
Get
Okay.
the angle on me.
Very rude. Okay, they missed the PPC there. I like it. Now we can finally move the Igor. So I think I am going to engage up over this direction. We've got a bunch of Thunderbolt 5s here. And we do have those bomb racks. And the light AA missile racks, too.
On my way. Double time.
Okay. Hit odds out over here aren't so good. So I'm going to fire some AA missile racks at this Ripper. And hope that we get a lucky shot here.
Locking target.
And we did. Fantastic.
Hostile eliminated.
So that helicopter is out of
Out
here.
of long-range missiles.
Next up, our Hatchetman is going to make its way up over here. This is, of course, the LBX Hatchetman. The other one is not with us. And we will fire on this vehicle here. Okay. Got some armor damage there. The Cyclone moves up. Rear arc attacks are add AC-20 ammo. It's very rude. But we're pinsuit here, so it's not shocking.
Good to go.
We're going to turn around the add AC-20 ammo, and we're just going to sprint at them this direction. 25% hit chance on this Nexus. We'll take it. Are we better off short range? Hang on. We are. Okay, so we're going to fire on the Nexus.
Locking in.
Ooh, we stray shotted. I like it. That's great. So we now know for a fact that there are a total of 12 units. We've already killed one.
What's up, boss?
And we have a structure exposure on this Cyclone. I like that a lot. I'm going to send the Jenner out this direction as well. 13.4, 20.3. It's not great hit odds, but
Copy that.
we'll see what we can get there. Cool. Okay, the Hollander is going to park over this way. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they're continuing to hit the rear arc of our add AC-20 ammo.
I'm showing minor damage.
The sprint moves up. It doesn't really do too
How's it
much.
going?
So the Hollander is going to park actually up over here.
Confirmed.
And we're going to look to fire on these guys as best we can, but visuals are very, very low. Unfortunately, it is the middle of the night. But we'll see what we can get there. We miss. Okay.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
So phase 9, they're going to move this crosscut. Not too bad.
Nothing I can't handle.
Cool. So our next step is going to be taking our add AC-20 ammo. We want to engage up here just as quickly as we can.
Got it.
So we're going to keep moving up this way. 30%. 17.9. Honestly, I think we fire here for stray shot chance.
Confirmed.
We didn't get it, but that's fairly expected, to be honest.
That didn't hit.
That's fine. They have 4 movers in phase 15. Okay. Sadly, we rolled a phase 9 initiative on our Igor here. In fact, we rolled a pretty low initiative on almost everyone. But it's okay. They're hitting our Wolverine here. No big deal right now. Honestly, none of these mechs are hugely threatening. It's just the numbers, right? That's a missed lynx. That's a little threatening.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate these guys.
So we need to clean this up pretty quickly here. The Nexus moves
They're
up,
flanking.
goes for the rear attack on our Hatcheman. This is the problem with us being split like this. We can't really face front arc towards anybody because they're just going to shoot past.
Enemy flanking.
But that's why we're relying on evasive for right now while we try to clean some of this up. So at this point, we get to move our Jenner. We could definitely go for the kick on this Nexus. We'd be potentially exposing our rear arc out over here. I'm going to Vigilance it. If we miss this kick, our Jenner could be in a lot of danger. If we hit the kick, the Nexus probably dies. And I think it's worth risking it.
Coordinates received. Targeting
We
for
hit the kick.
physical attack.
That's excellent. And it died. Perfect. That's exactly what we were looking for. 10 to go. The Cyclone moves up,
They're
goes
flanking.
for the rear arc on the Jenner. We knew that would likely be coming. That's why we Vigilanced it. But it ignores guarded because it's attacking the rear arc. That's something I should have thought about. The Wolverine is going to engage up over this direction.
Bugging out.
We know that we have the structure exposure on that Cyclone. The Mist Lynx is kind of the threat over here, but we just have to take our best hit odds for right
I'm
now.
on it.
So we're hitting that commando. Okay. So, phase 10,
Waiting
the
for
Hollander.
orders.
The Hollander is going to move up over here,
On my way.
and we're going to fire on that crosscut. Good hit odds here.
Confirmed.
Nice. Torso destruction there, and that crosscut is heavily damaged. It does get to move immediately, but that was a big amount of its damage gone. Sadly, it's not dead, and it can still do damage, but it did take a lot. Cool. So at this point, we're going to target up over here with our Igor once we get a chance to.
They're getting to angle.
Tiny Atlas going for the Jenner there and getting through the armor
That shot
already.
went internal.
Wow. That was fast. They are really getting good luck there. This guy should have gone for the Jenner, though, and he didn't. Structure exposure already on the AD-AC-20 ammo,
Not much
too.
armor left in that location.
Man. They are really getting their damage focused in. Okay. Well, for right now, our Hatchetman is going to move up over this way.
Copy.
And we're going to fire on this crosscut. We need to eliminate some of their units. Okay. The crosscut is not dead, but it is unsteady. So that's good. They do outnumber us 2 to 1. So that's the thing. The Cyclone moves up, goes for the Jenner. This could hurt. Luckily, it didn't. We got lucky there. Okay. What is in the arm of the AD-AC-20 ammo? This arm? Nothing. So we don't really care that much about that arm. We're going to move our Igor up over this way. I had hoped it would get in closer.
Let's move.
Sad. But we're going to drop our bombs on this Hussar right here. We're also going to fire some Thunderbolts. It's going to do a lot of damage to this guy.
Target confirmed.
Cool. So that is indeed a lot of damage.
Let's do this.
At this point, our Hollander is moving up to here,
On the move.
and we're going to finish off the Hussar, I think. We have better hit odds on the crosscut. That guy has no ammo, or rather no armor left. I'm going to hit the crosscut here. You have got to be kidding me. We stray shot our Igor there. That is insane. Okay.
Stand by.
Well, we're going to move up over here with the Jenner. And we're once again going to Vigilance it. And we're going to fire on this Cyclone and hope for a lucky shot into this torso.
Fire.
We did a good amount of damage there.
This heat is
And our
frying my
Wolverine
adrenaline.
is going to sprint up here.
Understood. Moving
We're going to
fast.
keep looking for a lucky shot into this Cyclone's torso.
Firing.
We got a couple there.
How'd that taste?
Okay. Phase 14. So they're going to move a unit here. Then we move a unit. Then they move two. Okay, that's this guy. That's not too relevant.
Aye, aye.
Our add AC-20 ammo is going to advance here.
Acknowledged.
And we are going to continue to fire on this Cyclone. There's a lot of stray shot opportunity over here. And we missed. Okay. We did hit the hammer there with the laser, so that's something. Okay. Rear arc attack on the add AC-20 ammo there. That's honestly not that big of a deal at this point,
Heavy damage.
so it's okay. The Cyclone
They're
moves
getting
up,
the angle
goes for
on
the
me.
rear arc on the Hollander. That's a bigger deal.
Reporting internal damage.
Oh, it has through armor. Okay, that's exciting. Oh no, it did break through the armor there. Okay. The Mistlynx moves up, fires on the add AC-20 ammo, takes out that arm. There was nothing in that arm. But it does also destroy a medium laser. They're getting really good rolls, for the record. Through armor to medium laser? Okay.
I took a critical hit.
Who took a critical hit there? I don't know who took a critical hit.
Commander,
As far as I'm aware, no one took a critical hit. We're going to move up with this Hatchetman,
I copy.
and we are now going to fire on this crosscut. It will die here. Kaboom. Okay,
Target eliminated.
so we've now eliminated, I believe, a full half of their units. Well, like a quarter of their units. Yeah, we've eliminated a quarter of their units. That hammer moves up, hits the rear arc on our Hollander. Rough. Okay.
Blown past my armor.
It's weird that it's not showing that there's an armor blow through here, but there is. The Commando moves up, goes for the add AC-20 ammo. Okay. For the time being, that's quasi-okay.
I'm under heavy fire here.
Indeed you are. So our Igor is going to close in up over here. And our mission here is to hit this Javelin with the bombs. This is going to do a lot,
Engaging target.
unless we miss all of the Thunderbolts, which we did. That's very unfortunate. 44% and we missed 5 in a row. Yikes. The Cyclone goes for the add AC-20 ammo. And we no longer have any evasive there, but the round is basically over. Let's see how we rolled on our
Commander.
initiative here. The Jenner rolls okay. Checking rear arcs on all of these. They're all broadly similar. We're going to go for this Cyclone here, I think. Actually, this Cyclone does have the wounded torso. So maybe we should go for the Mistlynx. Is that rear arc? No, I think that's side arc. Yeah, rear arc is unavailable here. The hammer. We're going to have to not fire a medium laser here. But let's go. And hope that we don't lose to rear arc attacks.
For physical attack.
Okay. Good damage to the hammer there.
Reporting critical hit.
I like it.
I'm taking a heat
Okay.
death.
Next up is going to be our Hollander. The Hollander is going to go for... We have to go for the Javelin here. We have no option.
Giving them everything I've got.
Okay, that's a torso destruction.
Solid connection on that one.
Phase 16, the Hussar moves out. That's fine.
Receiving you.
The add AC-20 ammo is fairly stricken here. But we can come over and hit this commando. And we could get the kill on it. Hopefully we do. I'm going to Vigilance the add AC-20 ammo because it desperately needs the defenses. And then we're going to come in and melee attack this commando in the rear arc. Like so.
Copy that. Putting my weight into it.
We missed the melee. That's extremely unfortunate. But we do kill the commando.
That one's gone.
Okay. This Mist Lynx is our biggest threat right now. Definitely. Okay. So next up is our Wolverine. We need to come in here. And I'm going to kick the Mist Lynx from this angle.
Confirmed. Putting my weight into it.
That's a leg destruction. That's really, really good.
Scored a critical hit.
That is extreme damage to that Mist Lynx. Okay, engine destruction. The Mist Lynx is dead. That is huge. The sprint backs off.
Orders.
At this point, our hatchetman is wanting to engage up over this direction.
Copy.
This guy has basically no armor left, but he also has 6 evasive. So we're going to hit this guy over here.
Yeah.
A little bit of damage there. Okay, phase 12. So that's going to be the hammer. It moves up,
Watch the flank.
going for the rear arc on the Hollander. Basically all going into that torso.
Damage. Critical.
All going into that same torso. Yikes.
Orders.
So we're going to take the TBM up over this direction.
Rolling.
I'm going to eliminate the javelin here. I'm not going to fire all of these thunderbolts. Just something like this.
On your tail.
Okay, the javelin's dead. The enemies are half
Go
killed.
down.
So now they have the same number of units we do, but our units are quite damaged. Theirs are somewhat damaged as well, to be fair. Okay, the Cyclone, or the 2 Cyclones here. This is a bit dangerous. Let's see what they do. Okay, a gyro crit on the Jenner is not the end of the world.
That was really
That could have been far worse. Let's see what the other one does. Okay, we could have lost that torso, which would have meant an engine loss. That could have been far worse too.
Orders.
Cool. So at this point, we definitely need to turn in such a way that our right side is to these guys. This hammer needs to be eliminated. This is too risky. Phase 12, 7, 10. I think we reserve the add AC-20 ammo for right now. Okay.
Standing by.
Next up is the Hollander. I'm going to sprint the Hollander up over this direction. Not for its hit odds.
Let's go.
It won't help its hit odds, but in hopes that it makes it a less desirable target for these guys. Okay. 12% on the sprint versus 4% on the Hussar. Both are very low, but we'll try the 12%. It probably won't happen, but if it does, the sprint will die. Yeah, it doesn't happen.
No joy.
Not surprised about that one. At this point, our Jenner moves. And I think the Jenner goes for this Cyclone. Can we get a rear arc? We cannot. Left side is this side here. That is a good side to hit. We are overheated right now. So we need to do something kind of like this and hope that we take out this torso. Let's see what happens.
Order received.
It's a successful melee. We do not eliminate the torso. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
So the add AC-20 ammo is moving again. At this point, we could look to disengage it. And pull it back over this way. That may not be the worst call. We need to have it be facing something kind of like this.
Roger that.
We'll vigilance it and call that good. Okay. So what are they going to do here? Not a whole lot is the answer. We're going to take our Igor up over here. And we are currently looking to eliminate this guy. I'm not going to fire the Thunderbolts. It has basically no rear arc armor. We're going to fire our last bomb rack. And we missed. Sad. Hello. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name. That's exciting.
My flamer's empty.
But welcome. So we're going to knock down this Hussar, I guess. That'll make him easy to hit. He'll lose his evasive, so... Oh, he just ejects. That works. That works. So we've almost got this under control. That hammer moves up, goes for the Jenner. However, it hits a side that the Jenner is still armored on. So that's all good.
Yeah?
Our Wolverine, at this point, definitely wants to come up here and hit the hammer. This is actually a really good rear arc position for us, so we will happily take this position.
I'll do what I can.
A successful melee means that this is a dead hammer. Fantastic. They're now 2/3 dead.
Tango down.
Only one enemy lance remains. We've got 2 mechs here. We've got the 1 vehicle and... Oh, going for the Wolverine? Yeah, please. The Wolverine is basically fresh, and you miss. I like it. You're overheated, too.
Standing by.
All good. So I'm going to take the Hatchetman up over this direction,
Going full throttle.
and we're going to look to corner this vehicle. If we're on this side, it could die here. It does. Cool. So we've got 1 helicopter and 2 mechs remaining. And one of those mechs is heavily damaged. One of our mechs is pretty heavily damaged, too.
They are flanking.
I was hoping they wouldn't go for that, but they didn't get into the torso.
Armor holding.
Good.
Good
Okay.
to go.
We're going to reserve the add AC-20 ammo here. The helicopter moves in and does nothing of note.
Commander.
The Hollander, at this point, is going to turn around. We can fire on either of these, 26% or 18%. This is risky because of stray shot. This is still a little risky, but it's less risky.
Affirmative.
We'll pot shot that. That was very close, but we didn't hit. It's okay.
Reporting negative damage.
At least we didn't stray shot. That's the important thing there. I like it. So the add AC-20 ammo is going to continue to stay where it is. I want the Wolverine to close in on this Cyclone. Done. Ooh, a structure exposure there. We took out the PPC. So that's the major damage threat of that Cyclone gone. That's excellent. I'm still going to reserve our add AC-20 ammo. I want to walk in with the Jenner behind this Cyclone here. It still has very, very low armor back there. So we can do something kind of like this. Our melee is probably not going to hit, but it doesn't actually matter.
Heading out. Engaging.
And we did actually hit it. Beautiful. And the Cyclone dies. Exactly what I'd hoped for, but that was better than my wildest dreams there. That's for sure. The Hatchetman at this point can come out over this direction, and we can fire the LBX out at the sprint here. It's not going to do well. Yeah, we don't hit anything. I'm not shocked about that.
Missed.
Okay. The Cyclone moves up. Goes for the side arc on the Wolverine. This is not going to work. Cool.
Yes, Commander.
The Igor is going to move up over here. Hit odds are very, very low with the TBMs, but we're still going to try it. We may as well.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Oh, we took it out with the lasers. I like it.
Target eliminated.
So that's fantastic.
Commander.
The AD AC-20 ammo, I think, is just going to chill. Stay out of sight. We don't need to risk you.
Yes, Commander.
The Hollander is definitely going to need to not fire here. Our heat went up there. That's kind of funny. We must have taken some
Ready
heat sink
for
crits.
orders.
The Jenner is, at this point, absolutely going to come into the Cyclone. We'll fire on its rear arc. We can't get in close enough to melee. But this is the only remaining unit. So at this point, we've got this under control. But that was definitely a lot of enemies that it threw at us.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
Cool.
Yep.
And our Wolverine will then come in and kick it. It should... Honestly, I think this will get the kill. I do.
Let's move.
If we hit the melee, it's dead.
Targeting for physical
We didn't hit
attack.
the melee. It's like 70% chance, so fair enough.
Oh, crap.
It could still die here. And it does. We're out of here.
Target destroyed.
That was definitely more damage than I was hoping to take, I'll be honest. A milk run? I disagree, Darius. Darius claims that that was a milk run. That was 2 Word of Blake lances. That's 12 units. I'm not going to call that one a milk run. And they had some decent units, too. It wasn't all just trash, like some of the other units have been. Like, they were actual proper units. Not terrible. But really, it was more their starting positions that made that complicated. If we had landed where the game recommended, it would have been a lot easier. But we didn't. Okay. 665,000 there. Not too bad. We definitely didn't take that much damage, but we took some internal damage. No doubt about it. The AD AC-20 ammo in particular. They're offering us a small heavy laser and some ferrofibrous. I accept that. I think that's okay. So making our way down over here, we have 2 priority salvage. 2 medium heavy lasers. Or 1 medium heavy laser and 5 small heavy lasers. That's so good. Like, small heavy lasers are incredibly effective for a mech like the Mongoose, actually. Anything with a lot of laser hardpoints, but not a lot of tonnage capacity. Ooh, and clan double heat sinks, too. Very nice there. SRM4s, I'm not too concerned about. We'll sell those. Jump jets, basic, and primitive sensors, no thanks. We did get the extra heavy laser as well, so that was really good salvage. I love it. So we need to figure out what mech we want to equip that stuff on. Ideally, something with like 7 laser hardpoints and good cooling. Do we have anything with that kind of laser hardpoints? I kind of doubt it. The Jenner has like 3. And it has heat issues as it is. We could upgrade it to clan heat sinks. That's a potential option if we have a kit. I don't know that we have a kit. But I want to see about using those heavy lasers. Those are incredibly effective weapons in a backstab kit. So let's see what we've got. The company mess and friendly fire should be easier to tell apart. Well, it isn't. It absolutely is not, loading screen tip. Cool. So 100,000 to get that repaired. I knew we took some damage there. We could think about, well, let's just hop into the mech bay here and let's look at hard points. Nothing but hard points right now. 1 laser hard point. 2 laser hard points. 3 laser hard points. 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. The mongoose it is. I thought that might be the case. So yeah, we definitely dropped these medium lasers and the small laser. Now, we might not have the heat to run the medium heavy lasers. Let's see what our heat efficiency looks like running 4 small heavy lasers, but that's still a ridiculous amount of damage into a rear arc. We could think about it. The medium heavy lasers are far less efficient. Yeah, that's not going to work. I think the small heavy lasers are absolutely fine here. So we do something like this, and then we have 1.5 tons remaining. We could upgrade to a clan double heatsink kit, and then drop these heatsinks. Put in a clan double... Actually, we don't even need the clan double heatsink from here. What do we need for our heatsinks, though? Oh, we do need 2. So if we were to do that, we could potentially think about running the medium lasers, the medium heavies. And we'd still have half a ton remaining. We would be a little bit down on the heat efficiency, but honestly, I think this is acceptable. Like, the sheer amount of melee damage this thing can do, 153 melee damage for a light mech like this, that's kind of huge. We could also run, like, a gyro defense for additional evasive pips. That would be good. We could put in ferrofibrous armor if we wanted to save more weight for some reason. I don't think we have another clan double heatsink to throw in. No, but we could run like a Guardian ECM. That's an interesting choice. Dropping a little bit of armor tonnage here. I don't really love dropping armor tonnage, but really this is about... This is really more about, like, evasion survival, right? What's our movement here? 8 and 12? It should be pretty good, especially with the gyro defense in there. No, I think this is a solid upgrade. It's a slight durability downgrade, a slight heat efficiency downgrade. We don't have to fire one of these lasers every turn. So that would be fine, and it's a pretty substantial damage upgrade. So I like it. Can we get in a better FCS? Probably. Energy accuracy? That'd be really good here. So we put that in. We've got a rangefinder in there as is. No, I think this is a really solid upgrade. Cool. Let's get that going. Right. That'll be quite a backstab mech. So we have a lot of mechs being repaired right now, right? The Freeman is kind of the least high priority. Honestly, the Mongoose is kind of the most high priority right now. The AD AC-20 ammo is going to need extra work, though, so let's get that one done first, and we'll just tick forward from here. Okay, we're going to hit our financial report. That's fine. We're completely okay with that. We're also going to get our repaired drop bay soon. Ode to the XO, huh? We'll tell Smoke to clean up the mural. Smoke is now in high spirits. Cool. So there's that financial report. We're doing okay for now. And let's get these mechs repaired. We definitely took a decent amount of damage, but the AD AC-20 ammo is now done. It will require additional work. The Clint will as well, apparently. Or, this is the Clint. The Jenner will as well, apparently. Okay, so we lost a medium laser over here. We repair all of this and just slot in a medium laser. I'm going to go with a medium laser Magna, I think. Or maybe diverse optics. It's got that 5 variable damage too. So we'll go ahead and put in a diverse optics laser. Cool. So that'll finish the glint. Perfect. What does the Jenner need?
Shouldn't be too hard.
Just a repair on the gyro? No big deal there. Cool. If we didn't have this heatsink here, we could think about putting in a clan double heatsink kit. But that is an external free heatsink, so we can't actually do that right now. For now, we'll just repair the gyro. No problem.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Okay, we can continue to tick forward for a little bit here. Von Cobra is going to be back, and our Argo upgrade is done as of now.
We've just completed those upgrades.
So what engineering upgrade do we want next? Well, we could drop additional vehicles, but we don't have vehicles to drop. I wouldn't mind getting additional tech points, though. This would be good. That will spend basically all of our money, but that's okay. We'll get that going. And I do want to hop into the store here. We have a couple of pieces of equipment that we're never, ever, ever, ever going to use that we should definitely sell right now to make back some of this money. Specifically, I wanted to sell... Let's see here. The SRM4s, we can sell those. Generic armor, we do not need this. Basic cockpits, we do not need these. And that's largely what we wanted, but the primitive FCS here, 130 C-bills for it. Yeah, it's completely worthless. Honestly, we probably don't need the Omnipod hand. Primitive sensor, we don't need basic sensors. We don't need standard heatsink cooling. And we don't need a standard fusion engine. There we go. Cool. So that made us about 300,000. And honestly, we don't need 26 jump jets. I'll keep like 10. There. 300,000. Sounds good. We'll hop into the barracks here, and we should have all of our mech warriors back, right? I think so.
Good to go.
Let's see if we've got any training to be done.
Receiving you.
Actually, yeah, live fire can grab a point of piloting.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Excellent.
Standing by.
Waiting for orders.
Yes, Commander.
Good to
And
go.
Von Cobra can grab a point. Well, actually, what do you... Hang on. Reset that. What do you have? What do you drive? Affinities? Hello? There we go. Jenner Arctic Cheetah Mongoose. You're a backstabber. Okay. We are, in that case, going to grab a piloting point and a guts point. Cool.
Training complete.
So that will be fine. We'll hop back to the Argo here, and I think we're still going to need... Oh, we're actually done with everything but the Freeman. Okay, let's double check. Yeah, the Hollander needs a little bit of internal work. So we can get that done. It shouldn't be much. I think we just need to click the repair button. Yes, that's all we needed. Fantastic. That'll take 2 days, so we need to tick forward 2 days to get the Hollander back. That is worth doing. And now we're ready to deploy again. So we need to make some money. Let's hop into the command center and see what we've got. Operation Fancy Gossip here strikes my fancy immediately. It's a capture base mission, which shouldn't be too bad. It's got good pay, potential for a free priority salvage here, but there isn't one. Okay. Run it like this for the cash, I think. Looks good. So we're going to need to run... I think we're going to bring the Mongoose here instead of the Hatchetman. And Von Cobra will drive the Mongoose. Fantastic. We'll give that a go. And hopefully Von Cobra won't immediately blow it up and have it be permanently destroyed the way that the Arctic Cheetah was. It got one good salvo, and then it was gone forever. Well, let's head on out here. Von Cobra may not be the finest of pilots, but I'm sure it'll be okay. If everything seems to be going well, you've obviously overlooked something. You're not wrong, loading screen tip. That is very true. That is definitely how it is. No doubt about that one. Okay. Who is our op for here? I don't think I looked at that. I should have. Now that I think about it, I would like to not fight the Word of Blake right now. After just defeating 12 units, 12 reasonably solid units. I mean, they had the 2 helicopters, they had the 1 vehicle, but other than that, their units were pretty solid. Good AoEs from our bombs helped us out a lot, but... Liren, okay, we're good. We need to capture the Ordnance Depot. We've been tracking the movement of several Liren convoys, and that's allowed us to pinpoint their destination. A hidden, well-defended Ordnance Depot. This facility is a key supplier for local Liren forces, and taking it from them will significantly damage their efforts against us. We'd like you to drop in, take the depot, and hold out against any enemy reinforcements. This should be straightforward. Move up, recon the depot, and then occupy it. Once we secure the area, the Free Worlds League will send in their people to loot the place. So there's probably not going to be anyone defending it, but we'll see. I'm guessing there won't be. Any moment now, RogueTech.
Online.
There we go.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay. So let's hop in here.
Command interface
No active
initiated.
hostiles anywhere. Cool. Exactly what I thought. And we do have allies, too. Rain will help with heat sinking. Cool. So we're just going to drop in, like, right here. We could have brought another mech, couldn't we have? I think we could have. Okay. The garrison was on patrol. They're on their way back. Sounds good. So our allies are going to run around over here a bit. This is not much of an allied lance, in all honesty, but it's okay. It's better than I expected. All is good. Okay, so we're just going to hop in over here, and everyone else will brace. Cool. Our allies will close on in a bit. That's fine. And now we need to wait for the enemies to spawn. They may spawn at the end of this round, or it may be next round. We'll see. What do we got?
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
Cool.
Heading your way.
Where are they? We don't know, so we're going to reserve until
Waiting
such
for
a
the right
time
move.
as one of them moves and updates the sensors. Okay. That's a Hunchback 1G. Slightly spooky there. In fact, they have 2 Hunchback 1Gs, a Wolverine, and a Firestarter. Okay. Are these the rifle variant? Dual ballistics.
Let's do this.
We're going to move up to here with the Hollander. We'll shoot at this guy. Hit odds aren't great because of his evasive, but we'll see.
Firing a full salvo.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that one.
Negative damage.
Okay. We should reserve from here. I want to see if those are the rifle variant. I think they are. They don't move until phase 4, so that's very, very late.
Waiting for the right move.
The Ripper moves up and shoots at that Wolverine. Gets some good damage in there. I like it. It'll probably get shot down by the Hunchies here, but that's fine. More decent missile damage into the Wolverine. I like it. Okay, final reservation here.
Holding.
Let's see what the Hunchies do. Yes, that's the rifle variant. Cool.
Hey there.
So, in that case, our Hatchetman is going to sprint up to here. We're going to work on closing in on these guys, but we're going to try to shred off some of their armor before we get there. Decent damage to that Hunchy. Let's see what this one does. Whole lot of nothing. I like it. Okay.
Ready for orders.
So our Jenner is going to sprint out over here.
On the move. Full speed.
And we're probably... Yeah, we'll fire the medium lasers. 25 damage. Cool.
Ready to get it on.
The Mongoose will make its way up over here. It gets 5 evasive pips.
On the move. Full speed.
Fantastic. We could potshot the medium-heavy lasers into this Wolverine. It does have exposed structure over here, so we'll give it a go.
Confirmed.
Ooh, nice hit. I like it.
Yeah?
This Wolverine is going to sprint up. It does get some LOS here.
Understood.
We probably
Moving
don't
fast.
want to fire here with the AC because of potential stray shot of the Mongoose, which could be really, really bad. I feel like LOS is good, though.
Targeting for an alpha.
Okay. Armor shred on the Hunchy. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a Hunchback.
Yeah.
So the add AC-20 ammo is going to be pretty wildly out of range here. But that's okay. Cool. Next round.
going?
Our Hollander is going to move up over... No LOSs over there, but we do get one over here.
Roger that. No shooting.
So that'll be
Just
fine.
running.
57% versus 44. We'll go for this one. Hopefully we don't stray shot the rear arc of our Jenner. That could be a problem.
Copy that.
I think we
Failed
did.
to connect.
No, we just missed. Okay, good. Honestly, I don't think the machine guns on the Hunchy are the move here. Fire the machine guns at the Wolverine. But they're going to try to shoot down the helicopter. That's fine. They can do that. Cool. So the Hunter moves up, fires on that Wolverine. Doesn't get too much done, but that's okay. The Firestarter shoots at our Jenner. That's the MRM boat variant of a Firestarter, isn't it? FS-1H? Oh no, those are bolt-on eye rockets. Huh.
What's up, boss?
Interesting. So it has very little left. It fired on our Jenner there, and honestly, it didn't get very much done. I like it. We'll shred off some armor off of this Hunchback. Okay, maybe not.
Negative damage. Repeat.
79% with an LBX, and we just missed the whole thing. Sad. The Harasser moves up and goes for the Wolverine. Gets some solid hits in there. I like it. Okay. So what do they do from here? One of the Hunchies moves up, fires on our Hatchetman, misses both rifles. Cool.
Yep.
And our Wolverine is absolutely going to move up to here.
Let's move.
Yep. This is pretty free on either the Firestarter or the Hunchy. To be honest, I think the Firestarter is the move here. Let's do it.
Here we go.
So a lot of armor removed from that Firestarter. I like it. So this Hunchy will move now. Let's see what he does. Goes for the Hatchetman again and misses both of them again. I like it. That's completely fine.
Yep.
So our add AC-20 ammo is like really far away, but we could potentially pot-shot something here. Yeah, 56 is not so bad. In fact, it's better on the Firestarter. I'm assuming long range is the way to go here. Yeah, definitely long range on the variable range targeting. Nice hit there. That was really, really good. And a head hit with the laser.
That hit something.
So that Firestarter is knocked down and is easy pickings at this point for our Hollander.
Standing by.
Our Jenner is absolutely going to close in over here and engage this Wolverine.
No shooting, just running. Targeting for an alpha.
That's a lot of damage to that Wolverine. That's also a lot of heat for our
Wow,
Jenner.
that's overheating.
That's not surprising. Now, we could come over here and melee the Wolverine here. We could melee at rear arc. 92% chance of hit. I love this choice. If we miss it, we'll be hating our lives. But I love this option.
Putting my weight into it.
And we did not miss. The Wolverine likely dies here. Well, our small lasers actually missed there. That's a little unfortunate. And we didn't hit the CT. But that Wolverine is very close to dead. So at this point, the Hollander is probably best off firing from where it's at and not moving. We're going to fire on this Hunchback, 75% chance. Did we stray shot?
Damn it.
We did not stray shot. We just missed. Okay, that'll do. Not good rolls with the Hollander this mission, but it's fine. We don't need it. More armor off of that Hunchback from our ally. And let's see what their Hunchy decides to do. Goes for the Hollander. It doesn't get anything. I like it. A charge from that Harasser, though. So the Harasser just rammed that Hunchback. That's a pretty big deal for us. This is actually huge. The Wolverine moves up and goes for the add AC-20 ammo. We don't care. Can do that all at once. Like, our AC-20 will destroy it.
Ready
Very
for
clearly. I think the Mongoose comes up here and eliminates the Hunchback. Like, for real. I think the Mongoose wins this.
I copy.
Boop. Okay. So, I mean, we don't hit the CT there, which we needed for the kill, but that Hunchback is very close to dead now.
How's it going?
Our Hatchetman is going to walk up over here.
Roger.
I think we go for the Wolverine with the Hatchetman.
Firing all weapons.
Primitive engine in there, huh? Yikes.
Now that hit something good.
All of their mechs are extremely close to dead. They're just not quite there yet. Let's move up over here with our add AC-20 ammo. From here, we should definitely switch to short-range targeting. And we'll see about finishing off this Wolverine.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
We did miss with the autocannon. But it's still fine.
Receiving.
So our Jenner is going to walk up into the water over here,
I copy.
where we'll be able to better sink heat. Do we go for the Hunchy here, or do we go for the Firestarter? Honestly, I think the Firestarter. That is quite the overheat. Yeah. It's coated with burning chemicals. That's why. We're just going to brace it in the water. Heat's really up there. So those eye rockets are not being very friendly to us. But we can move up with our Wolverine here. Our Wolverine is probably going to shred armor off of their Hunchy that's mostly untouched.
Firing.
Yeah. Not much armor left on that Hunchback. Now they're going to get up their Hunchy and their Firestarter here, but I don't think they're going to do too much, in all honesty. The Hunchy moves over, goes for the Harasser. Hilarious. And what does the Firestarter do? It fails to stand up, so the Firestarter is super dead this round. The Ripper apparently retreats. Interesting choice.
Commander.
The Jenner's going to walk in behind the Hunchback here. We cannot kick from this position. But we can punch it and fire our SRMs. We'll go for that, but I don't love it.
Move order received.
We missed the
Putting
punch,
my weight into it.
and we'll fire our SRMs. That was some decent... Oh, pilot incapacitation.
Target neutralized.
Okay, well, there we go. The Hunchy's dead. Look at that guy dying to a couple of lights.
Good to go.
So at this point, the Hollander is definitely going to fire at this guy and hope that we don't stray shot over here.
Taking the shot.
Wow. It is not our Hollander's day.
Yeah?
We're having good hit odds with all of these. They're just not hitting. Okay. The Wolverine, I'm going to move up over here. We're going to continue to hit this Hunchy.
Okay, I'm on it.
So that's a structure exposure for the Hunchy. I love it.
Ready for order.
The Hatchetman is absolutely going to move in over here. That would be a charge, so I don't actually want to charge this. That's too much armor damage, and we'll have to repair that. But we're going to move up over to here with the Hatchetman, and we will fire on the Wolverine. This could easily kill it. And it does. Fantastic.
Mech destroyed.
At this point, we are going to have the add AC-20 ammo make its way up over to here. We don't want to stray shot the Wolverine's rear arc if we can help it. So we're going to go for the fire starter here. A solid hit there. And pilot incapacitation. Beautiful. So there's only the one mech left. It has not moved yet this round. But also not moved is our mongoose. So we're going to head over here and hit the rear arc of the Hunchback, where it is exceptionally weakly armored. This Hunchback is super dead. It just doesn't know it yet.
Locked on for physical attack.
That's a successful melee. He's now unsteady. And 4 solid hits there. So the Hunchback doesn't really have a way to face now. Let's see what he decides to do about it. The Hunter drops some missiles into it. Where do you go? I don't think that position helps you, but okay. It doesn't really hurt him, but it doesn't help him either. So we're going to position right around here in the water for heat sink. Not that it really matters that much, but in optimal range for our AC-5 MRM-30. Two engine core 200 crits and an engine primitive crit there. That's spicy. So, I mean, this Hunchback is super dead, right? Maybe now the Hollander can actually hit a Gauss rifle round with decent odds. We'll see. It is really not our Hollander's day.
No joy.
That's like... It's round 9. That was like 5 rounds... 5 or 6... How many shots has the Hollander fired? Can we see that after it's fired here? Yeah, it's fired 5 rounds. 4 of those had good odds, and all 5 of them have missed.
What's up, boss?
I love it. The Mongoose is going to come in and finish off the Hunchback, which has got to be embarrassing for this Hunchback. It really does. We did miss the melee attack. That's unfortunate there, but the rest of it should be fine. And there we go. 1 dead Hunchy.
Hostile eliminated.
Cool. So we're out of here.
Mission successful.
The next question, of course, is, can we get a Hunchy out of this? I would love to. That would be a really solid upgrade for us. But we'll see what we've got. What do we got for salvage here? We know that we're going to make about 1 million C-bills, which is always a good amount to make. I'm pretty sure we could have deployed another mech, too. I definitely should have looked into that. 1,000,000 to 1 chances crop up 9 times out of 10. That is definitely true. Okay, so yep, we got an increased payout. So 924,000 C-bills overall after our basic non-repair costs. I like it. We didn't take all that much damage. Should be completely fine. They want the Wolverine parts. And they're offering us all of this for it. Honestly, all of this is crap. I refuse. But we're not going to go for the Wolverine parts. We just did that for the for the reroll, for the roulette. We're going to grab 2 hunchback parts here. I'd love to get our hands on a hunchback, and eventually we may be able to do that. Is there anything else here we just can't live without? No, this is pretty much all crap. Okay. So we'll confirm that. We ended up getting a 3rd hunchback part. The bolt-on eye rockets are okay. We'll keep those around. Heavy flamers. Sure. Primitive FCS. No thank you. Generic heat sinks. We've got plenty. Slug medium rifle ammo. We'll keep that around, but we would prefer to use autocannons over rifles, for sure. So we'll continue that. Excellent. Our repairs should not be too major. All things considered, this should go very, very quickly. In theory, anyway. So, let's see what Yang thinks that's going to cost. My guess is that it will be somewhere around 20,000. 20,000 seabells is my guess. Hopefully we're accurate on that one. Or it's less. That would be nice too. That would be nice. But yeah, all things considered, I think our overall team idea is working very well. I'd like to kind of expand the Wolverine's role a little bit. Ooh, only 5,000 and 2 days. That's really, really good. I love it. The Freeman will be done in 7. But let's tick forward and get our Mechwarriors back. There we go. I think we'll go ahead and get the Freeman here. Cool. So we'll get that done. We'll hop into the barracks and see about getting... Do we not have an engineering upgrade going? No, we do. Okay. Let's see about getting some training going here.
Receiving you.
What can I...
I'm here.
Good.
Let's see here. Brick can definitely grab a point of tactics.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And what else do we have?
Good to go.
Yep.
A point of piloting for Magistrate.
Mechwarrior
I like it.
Training complete.
Yes, Commander.
I'm here.
And Smoke, you can definitely take a point of guts. That'll be fine.
Training complete.
Smoke is just in the simulator for right now.
Waiting for orders.
Cool. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to deploy again here. We're doing fine on our funds. I did want to check in. I don't think we have any other hunchback parts, but we can check. Yeah, we don't have any compatible parts to get a hunchback online. That's fine. So we just need to deploy again, and I'd like to do something a little bit more difficult now. Now that we're doing much better on our funds. Something kind of along the lines of this, but that's Comstar. This is maybe super dangerous. What about this one? Okay, heavy air asset. Who's the op for? Draconis Combine. I like it. Let's do it. So there's going to be the Garuda VTOL here, and we're currently leaving behind the Commando and the Mongoose. I don't want to deploy yet. 6 units of 6. Okay, so we're limited to our unit number of 6 for this mission. That's fine. I think with that being said, we're going to drop the Jenner and bring the Mongoose in that slot. I think the Mongoose is a better version of the Jenner right now. So we're going to do that for the moment. The Commando also kind of fits into that particular niche. But for the time being, that's fine. I think we'll deploy with this. Yes, I'm aware the Hollander has unused tonnage. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. So we're going to be going against the Draconis Combine here. This should not be tremendously difficult. It's skill and a half. I'm not I'm not thinking this is going to be too hard, but we're ramping up the difficulty a little bit further here because I'd like to find some medium components, and we're no longer in that super down-to-the-wire upgrade-induced financial situation, right? So that'll be fine. That will definitely be fine. So what do we got here? I believe we're playing for Steiner here. Any moment now, loading screen. You can do it. Any moment now. There we go. So we need to destroy the Cretan Lance. Due to logistical issues, we have only a single heavy air asset to task with the destruction of an isolated enemy force. We'd like to hire you to fill out the unit to full strength and provide support. With any luck, we won't have to do much more than confirm kills. Easy money, Commander. Indeed. Easy money indeed. Why is the helicopter sound already playing? That's exciting.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay. So let's go ahead and begin that mission. Cool. So where are we going to deploy?
Command interface.
They're right out in the open. They're amateurs, apparently. Heavy rain? Sounds good. Okay. Potential reinforcements up over this way. But we'll deploy here. I don't necessarily love that position. I'll just manually deploy them. Cool. There we go. We'll take up a position on this ridge with our Hollander, and we'll just kind of run at them with everyone else, probably. I do think that there's a reinforcement lance here, to be sure. Hello there. I'm going to go with Jonas. As an American, the accent always throws me off, but I'm going to go with Jonas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so we see a swordsman, we see a phoenix, we see a Jed, we see a Heliopolis. I'm still expecting a secondary lance up here. We'll see if that happens.
Commander.
For the moment, we will reserve, yielding the initiative over to them. Okay. They reserved or moved a unit that we don't see. Same thing there. Okay. The Heliopolis backs off. Right. That's a Heliopolis.
Not much armor left in that location. Losing lots of armor.
Right.
Standing by.
Okay. So we need to spread out, and we need to move quickly here.
Acknowledged.
We're going to head down this way. We do see a backup lance over here. We see a Hawkmoth, a cavalry. Nothing too scary there. AC5 has a 43% chance of hitting that Heliopolis, but I think we hit the Jed here. We could theoretically kill it with this salvo. I would love to see that happen.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
And we did. Beautiful.
Hostile removed.
So it does not get to do any damage to us. The swordsman backs off, fires on our Wolverine. Gets very little done there. Beautiful.
Receiving you.
So our add AC-20 ammo is going to sprint its way down over here. It is out of range of everyone, but it will sit in this cover.
Yes, Commander.
The Hollander is going to head up to the ridgeline. It doesn't make it there this round, but we want to spread out ideally as much as we can. The Hatchetman is going to come over this direction, and this isn't hugely spread out. But we could fire on that Phoenix with our LBX autocannon.
Yeah. Enemy down.
Whoa! I'm speechless. That was, I think, the luckiest shot I've ever seen. That was insane. A single LBX round getting a through armor crit into ammo, which then explodes and destroys the mech. On like a 30% hit chance. That is crazy. Okay, well, that happened. So that's the thing. You've been following me now for a few weeks and really like my content. Well, that's great. I'm always glad to hear that people are enjoying what I'm making.
Orders.
We're going to take the mongoose down to engage this swordsman a little bit. I'm a little bit squeamish about getting too close to the swordsman with a mongoose, but we'll definitely potshot the medium-heavy lasers. We hit one of them. Not bad. Not bad at all. So out over here with this support lance, we see a Pegasus and a cavalry and a Hawkmoth. There's nothing too dangerous there. I would love to get our hands on this Heliopolis. That would be such a good mech for us to have. But I kind of don't think that's going to happen. The Garuda VTOL is running the Streak LRM-5s and the large pulse laser. That's really interesting. So we can position it up over here and fire the Streak LRM-5s at the Heliopolis. This is not what a heavy bomber is usually going to be running, but sure. Decent damage to that Heliopolis there, and it doesn't move until phase 8 this round. So our Wolverine can sprint in over here. I would rather not stop in this rough terrain, but to some degree it is what it is. If we can eliminate that Heliopolis quickly, then it may not matter.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Good armor damage there. The Hawkmoth moves up. Ow.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
That's unlucky for us. But I guess we deserve that after what just happened. So that Hawkmoth does need to die. But it's used all of its missiles at this point. Those internal hits, they did not actually penetrate the armor, but they are close. The Hollander is going to move up over here.
On the move.
We could fire on the swordsman. The Hawkmoth is a much lower hit chance. So let's fire on the swordsman. There's every chance that we could kill it here, but it's a very small chance. And we just straight up miss. We're having some really awkward luck with our Gauss rifle on our Hollander lately. I don't know what's going on with that. We just can't hit anything. The Mongoose, I think, should come in and come down to the swordsman. It has really weak rear armor. So let's try to get in there and hope that we don't miss this. Okay, we did not miss it, so we maintain our evasive. Beautiful. Okay. So that swordsman is definitely hurting. The Pegasus moves up, and what does it do? Not a lot. The cavalry moves up. It's mostly not doing anything either.
Good to go.
So at this point, our hatchetman needs to move down over this way. I'd like to defend our left side. So I will angle something like this. And we'll fire potentially at the swordsman, but also potentially at that Heliopolis. Yeah, we need to continue chipping armor off of the Heliopolis. So there we go.
Standing by.
The Garuda is going to make its way down over here. I'd kind of like to eliminate the Hawkmoth right now. Let's get rid of it.
Got it, Commander.
We spread out quite a lot in our damage there, didn't we? And not that much, actually. It just had more frontal armor than I thought it did. Okay. Well, the add AC-20 ammo is going to sprint down over to here.
All right, full speed.
Now, the Heliopolis is going to move immediately following this, but we're going to fire on the swordsman and hope that we don't stray shot our AC-20 on our mongoose. That would be extremely unfortunate. We did not. Fantastic. So that swordsman just took a significant amount of damage. It moves over, fires on our hatchetman. That's unsurprising. But our hatchetman is reasonably safe here. Here's the question. What does the Heliopolis do? Okay, it also fires on the hatchetman. That's a structure exposure, and how do we roll on the initiative? 11? Okay. What did they just move? Oh, there's an IS standard out here. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We knew there was probably something out there. There's a medium pulse laser in this arm. We don't have a medium pulse laser for that. We're going to move up over here with our Wolverine. We could definitely fire on the Hawkmoth, but odds are low. I think we're just going to continue to strip armor on that Heliopolis.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay.
Standing by.
So our Hollander is going to move up to here,
Acknowledged.
where we have better view of the battlefield. We could fire on the Heliopolis 80%, and I think that is what we take here. The swordsman initiative rolled before our mongoose, which is awkward, to be sure. But I think we need to continue hitting this Heliopolis. That sniper artillery is too big of a threat. We finally hit something. We crit the sniper artillery there.
Did some heavy damage.
I'd prefer not to destroy it. I'd like to salvage that, but we'll see. The cavalry helicopter moves out. At this point, our Garuda is going to move in over here.
Moving to position.
And we're going to, I mean, at this point, if we destroy the sniper artillery, we destroy the sniper artillery. I'd love to salvage it, but getting it off of the battlefield is more important.
Targeted for now.
That's a sniper ammo explosion. We destroyed the sniper ammo and the torso there.
Enemy battle mech down.
Oh, actually, that killed the mech there. Cool. The sniper artillery itself was destroyed. It's possible that we get to salvage it, but I wouldn't consider it the most likely of things. So the Heliopolis is out of here.
Waiting for orders.
That's fantastic. At this point, I want to move the mongoose next. The Hawkmoth moves back. Gets another light Gauss hit with that hatchman.
My armor's getting
That's
stripped
sad.
off.
But at this point, our mongoose is going to move in and go for the kick on the swordsman's rear arc. It could easily kill the swordsman here.
You want to go? Let's go.
That's a melee hit. Decent backstab there, but the damage spread out pretty wide. The Pegasus backs off.
Orders.
The hatchetman, honestly, I think I'm going to disengage the hatchetman. It's taken a lot of damage.
Got it.
And we're going to back off over to here. It's not out of LOS. It's not out of the woods yet, but it's okay for now. We're going to move in with our add AC 20 ammo. And we'll fire on the swordsman, once again hoping that we don't stray shot the mongoose. That would be awkward. Cool. 80 damage straight into the internal structure and no crits. Sad. Actually, I think it hit armor here. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. We're going to take the Garuda up over this way. I want that Hawkmoth gone.
Move order received.
There's no way it can take another full salvo in its front arc.
Giving them everything I've got.
Right? Right.
One less
Cool.
target.
So it's out of here. One lance remains. At this point, the add AC 20 ammo can close in here again. And we'll definitely do so. This swordsman is very close to dead. That's his torso destroyed.
Targets.
And it'll get not quite knocked down here, actually. Cool.
I'm here.
Our Wolverine is going to move up to here. I should have angled it so that it could have also hit the swordsman, but I didn't. Instead, we're going to fire on the cavalry here and get basically nothing done, I think. A little bit of armor destruction there. I guess that's fine.
Let's do this.
Our Hollander from here is... we gotta go for the swordsman. 94% chance.
On it.
There we go. That's a knockdown on the swordsman. I'm kind of expecting a pilot ejection here. No, no pilot ejection. Interesting. Well,
Yes, Commander.
it's time to kill a swordsman with a mongoose.
Ah,
25 internal damage there from the melee. We did miss one of those lasers. That makes me sad.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so we do have our hatchetman here. We'll move over.
Copy.
I know I was disengaging him. There is no armor other than the head left on this swordsman. That's how widespread our damage has been. Gross.
Locked on target.
Okay, so he's out of here.
Target eliminated.
Next up, we have the helicopter, the Pegasus, and the IS Standard. This shouldn't be a particularly difficult thing to take out. But they're going to try to run a bit. Okay.
Commander.
Our mongoose is going to close in as over here as we can once we get our sprint calculated. Oh, this bug. We have to deselect it
Aye, aye.
and then reselect it. Okay, there we go. Now we're no longer calculating. And there we go. Cool. So this is the furthest we can go. We'll move up over this way. And we'll fire on this Pegasus. This is just a
Locked on.
pot shot there. We don't really expect a hit, but there's no reason not to. Cool.
Aye, aye.
The Wolverine is going to sprint its way up over here. We do see a rear arc on this cavalry. Odds are incredibly low. We'll try it,
Locked
but
on rear armor.
yeah, I'm not shocked that we missed that.
Damn it, I missed.
Okay. Our AC-20 mech is absolutely out of range.
Acknowledged.
We'll just sprint forward.
Waiting for orders.
The Hollander can attack the Pegasus here. 40% hit odds. We'll give it a go.
Roger.
That's a miss. I'm not shocked. Seems fine.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. The Garuda is the unit that's really going to be doing the damage here for the moment. Honestly, I think we fire on the cavalry here.
Here it comes.
We missed all of our streak LRMs, sadly. But that's okay. There's that IS Standard, and we do want to start eliminating that. The Hatchetman can move up over here. We don't really want it to get too close, but we can fire on this guy with the LBX. Yeah, we got 6 damage. That'll do. The Pegasus is continuing to disengage and trying to fire on our Garuda. It did get some damage there. We don't actually care if the Garuda goes down, though. The cavalry comes back. Interesting.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Okay. So at this point, our Hollander is the one to move. And we can just pot shot at this cavalry. 23%. We'll see. Hey, we do hit it. Nice.
Ready for orders.
The Mongoose is going to come in over here. I'm not too concerned about going after the IS Standard right now. I want to fire on this cavalry.
Aye, copy.
Sadly, we missed all of those. It's not shocking. About what we expected, to be honest. The IS Standard closes in a little bit. What are they armed with? Energy weapons of some sort.
What do you need?
We're going to move up the add AC-20
Orders
ammo.
received.
AC-20s are not exactly the best weapon for dealing with IS Standards. We'll fire on the cavalry here. We missed, but we're not shocked. Streak LRMs might be okay for it, though.
Standing by.
The Wolverine is going to move up. MRMs are definitely okay for it. 20%, 17.9, 11. Okay, so our best odds are on this Pegasus, which is awkward. Okay. Only a little bit of damage there. Nothing too major. Our Hatchetman is just going to stay back. It's too damaged.
Holding.
What are these hit odds? Actually pretty good. We have to move at least this far. I'm just trying to scope out ideal range for the streak LRMs. This appears to be it. Okay. So position here. Apparently we had a jet booster explosion. Okay. Well, we'll fire on the IS standard anyway. They're running plasma rifles. Okay. We got some armor damage on them, and we got them tagged, which is actually a pretty big deal. That cavalry closes in and does otherwise a whole lot of nothing. Or actually, it ran away. The Pegasus moves off over this way as well. Okay. So the Wolverine is going to come on over here. I think that the IS standard is probably the target here. 28%. Yeah. It's not great, but it is the target.
Roger.
A smattering of additional armor damage. The IS standard honestly has very little armor left at this point. The only target the Hollander can hit is the IS standard. We may stray shot the Garuda, which would be awkward.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Ooh. That's gotta hurt to be hit by a Gauss rifle at that range as an infantry. That's painful. So there's those plasma rifles. No real problem there. Cool.
Receiving you.
Our hatchetman is just chilling.
Holding.
And the Garuda is going to head off over this way.
Rolling.
We have very good hit odds.
Firing all weapons.
Cool. So that is one dead infantry
down.
unit. Fantastic. We're going to try to run down their vehicles a bit with our mongoose. There's only so far we can go in the water.
On the move. Full speed.
We'll potshot this cavalry. I doubt we'll get much. Yeah. No real doubt about that one.
No joy.
Cool.
Yes, Commander.
And our AD AC-20 ammo is going to need to try to close in desperately. It's never going to make it. Never, ever. Well, we'll see what their Pegasus does. I'd like it if they'd come back a bit. Three hits on the mongoose there. Well done. The cavalry attack helicopter is continuing to flee. Sad.
Aye, aye.
Well, our mongoose will close in over here,
Going full throttle.
and we'll attack the Pegasus.
Target confirmed.
And miss it. That works.
Good to go.
Our Hollander is, I think, out of range at this point. We'll move down over here and at least let our recoil go down. He just goes directly to the map edge.
I'm receiving
Disgusting. Well, our Garuda does have LRMs, so that's
On my
something.
way. Double time.
Once again, 82%, and we missed every single streak LRM there. Oof. The Pegasus kind of did move in. That's a lot of damage to the mongoose for 5 evasive. But okay.
Orders.
The AD AC-20 ammo will continue to close in,
Standing
and the
by.
Wolverine will as well. I want the Wolverine to be here,
Acknowledged.
and we'll fire on that Pegasus, see what we can get. A little bit of armor damage there.
Yes, Commander.
Next up is our Hatchetman, which is still just chilling back here. It took a lot of damage from that sniper artillery.
Receiving you.
Cool. Come on, game. There you go. Fantastic. Sometimes RogueTech is just very laggy. It's just the way the game is. That's okay. The cavalry moves in a bit. That's good for us. We're very happy about that.
For orders.
We'll move up with our AC-20, and I really doubt that's going to help us a lot, so we're not going to sprint. We'll just fire our AC-20 here and hope that we don't stray shot our mongoose. I don't think it should be possible from this angle. Yeah, I'm not shocked that we miss, but it's fine.
Adjusting targeting.
Cool.
Receiving you.
So at this point, the mongoose can come in here and melee the Pegasus. I don't know how good of an idea that is. I really don't. We may be better off going for a rear arc attack. Something like this. Or simply hiding. I think this is the better option here. That Pegasus has been hitting our Mongoose pretty regularly, and we can't really take too much more of that damage. So the Wolverine is going to move up over here, and we will fire on the Pegasus, doing what damage we can. Got a little bit in there.
SRMs are out.
Kind of. The improved ones are out anyway. We'll move up with our Garuda. But what are the hit odds on the helicopter? Only 30. Much better on the Pegasus. So we'll fire on the Pegasus. Do we have other ammo types? No, we don't. Okay. Couple of hover propulsion crits there.
Orders.
Not my favorite crit, for sure, but we did break through the armor, so there's that. And we'll see what it does here. It may go for the Mongoose. It doesn't. It goes for the Garuda, but it fully misses. It must be running streaks. That would explain why it would hit the Mongoose like that. Well, we'll make our way up over here, and we'll continue to pot shot the AC-20.
Engage.
Not high hit odds, but that's fine.
That didn't hit.
And the VTOL will move in over this way. Checking our hit odds on their helicopter. 30% still. This Pegasus should die here, I think.
Acknowledged.
Yes, it's dead. Cool.
Next destroyed.
So that's fantastic. Only the helicopter
Yes,
left.
Commander.
The Hollander is, I think, wildly out of range.
Moving to position.
That's okay.
Aye, aye.
The Wolverine is going to sprint in as close as it can. It no longer has improved MRMs, but it does still have standard MRMs, which are currently out of range. We'll pot shot the AC-5, but I'm not expecting much out of
Taking
this.
the shot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes,
At this point, our Mongoose can definitely turn around and make its way up over here.
Copy that.
6 evasive plus cover should be safe.
Ready.
The Hatchetman can chill.
Roger that.
Really all we're waiting on right now is our helicopter. I want to move the Garuda next. It did close in there, which is convenient for us.
Standing
Okay.
by.
Phase 18 for the Garuda initiative.
On my
That's
way.
fine. So we can definitely fire the MRMs here. We'll see what we get.
Acknowledged.
Yeah. The Garuda is the one that's very likely to kill
I'm
it.
receiving you.
So we'd want to sit somewhere around... Actually, here's fine.
Roger that.
71%. I like it.
Locking in all weapons.
Man, that damage just spreads out all over the armor there. I mean, it is only Streak LRM-5s, so there is that. Very little left in that armor, that's for sure. Next time we get to move either the Wolverine or the...
Waiting for orders.
Actually, the Mongoose could theoretically finish it off. It's a possibility. Low odds, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, we missed all of those lasers. I'm not shocked. That's about right.
I'm here.
Do we want to pot shot the AC-20? Let's look at that line of fire. I think it's okay. Cool. So that should be fine.
Reporting. Negative damage.
And this is going to be our Hatchetman. The Hatchetman's not going to be relevant
Holding
here. It was never really particularly relevant because it got focused pretty hard, but it's fine. The cavalry backs off now, and we need to get our Mongoose up where it can actually do something, ideally. Up over here, and we will pot shot this, but only 12%.
Target lock on enemy
Yeah.
6.
I'm not shocked about that one.
Failed to connect.
That cavalry wants nothing to do with this. So the Hollander will just
On
move
my
in.
way.
It's fine. It's out of range.
Yes, Commander.
Also out of range, the AZ-20.
On my way. Double time.
Also out of range, mostly,
Roger.
the Wolverine, because it can fire its AC-5, but it shouldn't be able to fire its MRM at this range, yeah.
Roger.
That was close, but only a 7% hit chance, so it's
Negative
probably
damage.
not going to happen. And now we're going to try to close in here as much as we can with the Garuda. Only 46%, but let's give it a go.
Firing a full salvo.
Still not through the armor? Wait, I guess we
Target
did get
neutralized.
through the armor. Okay, a milk run just as we expected. Darius, I would not call a Heliopolis with a sniper artillery into lights a milk run.
Mission successful.
Okay, fine, lights and mediums. We did manage to take it out. Do we get the sniper artillery? Do we get Heliopolis parts? That's the question now. I would absolutely love to get the sniper artillery. If we could somehow... There's no way you can get a sniper artillery onto a Hollander, is there? Even without the Gauss? Like, the Gauss is heavy, sure, but I don't think it's anywhere near that heavy. We'll see. We'll see what our options are if we have the sniper artillery and ammo for it. We'll need both. So let's see what we've got here. 1.1 million C-bills, always good. Our repairs shouldn't be too bad. We did take some damage, but it shouldn't be too awful. There's the Heliopolis. So we can get one Heliopolis part. Yeah, the sniper artillery was destroyed. So that is unfortunate, but we can definitely grab a Heliopolis part here. That is not a bad thing to take. So we'll take that. We got a Phoenix part as well. A Rocket Pack 10, I guess we can keep around. Engine Core 60, we don't have one, so I guess. Engine Core 70, sure. A standard fusion engine we don't need. Okay. So a Heliopolis part isn't the worst thing. I was hoping to salvage the sniper artillery, but sadly, no such luck. In terms of damage, what are we expecting here? A decent amount. Like maybe 100,000? 150? We didn't take that much internal. So maybe like 100. Somewhere around there. Let's see what Yang's got. Any moment now, Yang. You can do it. I know you have to add up a lot of things, but come on, Yang. That first shot from the Heliopolis was really rough and did a lot of damage, but after that it wasn't too bad except for on the Hatchetman. Okay, only 50,000. That's way better than I expected. Yeah, that's really, really good. I like it. So, we need to just repair. That's pretty much all we need. And then we can head out again. We'll get our Mechwarriors back. There's all of our mechs done. The Argo upgrade... Oh, we're... Okay, I guess we got a double heatsink. I didn't mean to click on that event. I was trying to pause the timeline because I wanted to not be ticking forward. Sure. That's one way to do things. We got a double heatsink. Cool. That's pretty exciting. So I think we need to hop into the barracks and get our Mechwarriors trained.
Receiving you.
And I think that we need to continue running some slightly higher difficulty stuff in hopes of starting to get some heavy parts.
Waiting for orders.
Getting that Heliopolis is great.
Ready for orders.
Orders?
What now?
Of course, we only got the one part. So we're kind of hoping to run into more Heliopoli. Something along those lines. We're hoping to run into more of those. But ideally, they just don't shoot their sniper artillery. Comstar? That's yikes. We're probably not going to do that. Blakist. Karita. This assassinate mission might be good for us in terms of salvage. We're at the point now where we can definitely be prioritizing some extra salvage, or just running it straight down the middle like this. I think that's fine. We could run it like this even. And I think that's okay too. We'll run full salvage here. We can definitely bring in the hatchetman. And this is our less good hatchetman, for sure. Behemoth, is that you? Yes, that's Behemoth. Okay. And we can bring actually 2 additional mechs. So we bring the Jenner and the Commando. We're going to bring Mongrel in the Jenner and Smoke in the Commando, but Smoke is not good at things. So that could get awkward. That could get very awkward. But the Commando is very, very, very stealthy. So hopefully Smoke never gets hit and lives up to her name. That would be nice. But we can definitely drop in a full 2 Lances at this point. That's excellent. Let's go ahead and deploy that. We're now Skull and a half, or rather Pip and a half, for Skull and a half difficulty. So we're right on the money for the difficulty, but what we're really hoping for is that there's a heavy or 2 in this mission. And that we can fully salvage it. That would be the dream. And start to upgrade some of our mechs. We're at a decent amount of cash now, but let's see what we can get. We need to start pushing our luck for riskier salvage now. Really, we should probably think about leaving this planet pretty soon. I don't think I'm going to do that, like, in this stream, but we should definitely start thinking about leaving this planet soon, especially if we get a heavy on our roster. That would be absolutely great. So we need to destroy the propagandist and escape. For months we've had trouble with people here in Capola being riled up by talk of insurrection, rebellion, independence. Based on top Lyran analysts' reports, we believe there's a Cretan propagandist in the area, stirring up discontent. We've set up a security net to capture her, but we can't cover every possible exit from our net and could use an extra lance of mechs. If she tries to slip through your assigned territory, turn her unit to slag. I've negotiated a major bump if we do end up finding the propagandist and eliminating her, as well as a danger pay bonus if she has any escorts and we eliminate them as well. And that will be the goal. We're hoping at least 1 heavy. That's the dream here. I mean, another Heliopolis would be awfully nice to see. I'd love to replace the Hollander with a Heliopolis. That's such a huge upgrade.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Cool. I think it's very unlikely that we run into another one of those here, though. Like, 2 in a row in this difficulty of content? Probably not happening.
Interface initiated.
Okay. There's fog. Sure. There are supporting enemy forces. The propagandist is all the way up here. The supporting forces are over here. So I think we spawn here, take out the supporting forces, and then move up and attack the propagandist. Like that. Cool. So what do we see? We see a Sentinel, a Line Holder, and a Whitworth. That's 3 mediums. Okay. And a Raptor is the propagandist. Interesting. So the Wolverine and the Jenner move in this phase. I think we reserve. We're a little exposed here with some of these mechs, but it's okay, I think. The Whitworth firing on the Hatchman, and it should get a good number of hits, but we do have a damage reduction here. And now we have a target, this Whitworth. We also see a Mongoose over there.
Orders.
So we're going to take the add AC-20 ammo. We're going to sprint up as far as we can. And we're going to fire on that Whitworth.
Roger that.
We did miss. That's sad. It got a little bit close, but it is what it is. The Raptor moves up. Also fires on the Hatchetman. We would like to move that Hatchetman soon. Phase 11 is when we can.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, the Hollander is going to move up here and try to block a little bit for the Hatchetman.
Copy that.
We'll fire on that Whitworth. Decent hit odds.
Confirm.
A solid hit. Did not break through the armor, but that's okay.
Hey,
Our Freeman at this point is going to start sprinting up over... Do we want to send the Freeman and the Mongoose up over this way? We are stealth on. I think we do. We send the Freeman and the Mongoose up to eliminate the Raptor. And then everyone else eliminates this Lance. So we'll outnumber the Raptor 2-1, and we'll outnumber this Lance 1.5 to 1.
I'm under heavy fire.
Yeah, they're focusing you pretty hard. That's to be
What do you
expected.
need?
The Wolverine is going to move up to here,
all right. Full
and we'll
speed.
fire on... Definitely the Whitworth.
Attacking from position.
That's very solid, actually. We got rid of its evasive, and we took out a couple of its weapon systems. Not bad at all.
Go.
The Mongoose, as I said, is going to come up here and help with the Raptor. I don't want an offensive push. We're done. Okay. The Jenner, however, the Jenner is heading over this direction.
On the move. Full
And it will hit the Whitworth, perhaps. For now, yes, the Whitworth.
Got it.
Solid internal damage there. The Mongoose moves over, fires on the AD AC-20 ammo, misses almost everything. I love it. That's amazing. Cool.
Yes, Commander.
So at this point, Behemoth, the Hatchetman is not doing the best. We knew that it would take quite a bit of damage. I'm going to run it up over here. So it has 2 evasive pips. We cannot currently vigilance it, but we can fire on this Whitworth.
All weapons are go.
More armor damage to it, but it's not really taking too much internal just yet. We'll move up with our other Hatchetman and continue to work on that Whitworth. Heat sink destruction is not bad. Okay, they've not yet moved this guy. That's their line holder. This could potentially hurt. Okay.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
They're really focusing this Hatchetman. Noted.
Commander.
So the Hollander's going to move up to here,
Move order received.
where it has a clear LOS. We will definitely continue to hit this Whitworth.
Firing all weapons.
In the arm, not exactly where I wanted it. We'll move up with the Wolverine,
Roger.
and I think we go for the kill on the Whitworth, honestly.
Okay, I'm on it.
There we go. 1 dead Whitworth.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Commander.
So our Hatchetman needs to turn so that the right side is facing them over this way.
Coordinates received.
Okay. We'll vigilance it as well. Checking hit odds. They're mediocre. We're going to fire on this. Ooh, I don't like where the Jenner is. We're going to brace as well. The vigilance is probably wasted. I don't think those stack. The Sentinel moves up, goes for the Jenner here. That's not a good call. Cool.
Up, boss.
So our Mongoose is going to continue coming up over this way and chasing down that
Roger
Raptor.
that.
We'll pot shot the heavy lasers.
Engage. Our primary
Ooh, we
target
hit
is
both of
taken
those,
damage.
actually. That's huge. It shoots back at the Mongoose, gets nothing done. Cool.
Commander.
So our Jenner is absolutely going to look to flank out over here. I'd like to get a 4th evasive. We can get one here, but not fire. I guess this is the best we can do. For the time being.
Roger.
Okay, we'll fire on the line holder.
Targeting.
The line holder is definitely the threat here, so we need to start chipping down its armor. Their mongoose moves up. It's not really a threat. That mongoose isn't. So that's okay.
Waiting for
Our
orders.
AD-AC-20 ammo will definitely step in here. And what are the hit odds like? 37, 37, 43. Okay, we'll fire on the mongoose. If we hit this guy, we're going to destroy stuff. Okay, he's just dead. Straight up one shot from the autocannon there.
One less target.
I like it. The line holder moves over and attacks our strong hatchetman. Okay. Exits cover as well.
Lot damage, holding
And
front.
gives us a good position for our Jenner to backstab.
Hey there.
Fascinating.
Confirmed.
We're going to move up here for the purposes of a clear LOS. Hit odds are best on the line holder, but I'm going to hit the Sentinel here.
How you handle this?
Through armor, destruction of that shoulder. And a structure exposure as well.
That one's gonna leave a mark.
Beautiful.
I'm here.
So our commando is not quite as fast as the mongoose, but it's going to head up.
Going as fast as I can.
How does one upload as much as you? You constantly put out great content. Well, I'm glad to hear that you like my content. The answer for how I put out so much content, or rather, how do I upload as much, is I upgraded my internet like a year ago. I wouldn't be able to stream like this either without that, so that's kind of a glib answer, I suppose, but there you go. That's kind of the answer.
On my
So
way.
the hatchman is in danger from the line holder here. We're going to vigilance and fire on the sentinel. I'm with this exposure being the arm, I don't think it dies here.
Giving everything I've got.
Yeah. The sentinel lost its unsteady, though, and that means that the Wolverine can close in over here. And yeah, the propagandist is attempting to escape. It's going to run up over this way. We're going to have to try to chase it down with our lights. We'll see if we can get there. Ooh, that's frozen. Okay, there we go. Cool. We're going to hit the sentinel here with the Wolverine.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
SRM ammo explosion. I like it.
Hostile removed.
Receiving you.
But the real answer about how I put my content out is
Moving to
workflow.
position.
It's all about getting a more optimized workflow. There we go. We hit the line holder there. We'll see what it does here. That is not what I would have done. The line holder should have moved to here and hit the hatchetman. From here, it would have had its back safe. It could have potentially one-shot the hatchetman through this torso, and then from there looked to disengage or ejected. It's not going to survive
Ready
that,
for orders.
to be clear. Other things that are awkward for us, of course,
Double time. Let's go.
is this raptor. That said, it's already basically legged. If we hit its leg here, it's dead. Not this round necessarily. Oh, it's just straight up dead. We just one-shot it there. Well, not really. We
One
two-shot
less
it.
target.
I mean, those heavy lasers do a lot.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. So our good hatchetman here is going to move over.
Location confirmed.
What do we think about this shot here? I think it's okay. Good hit odds. We're likely going to hit the Jenner with something. We'll see what we do. Yeah, that's okay. We knew that we would do that. I can only dream of high-speed internet, but what is your favorite game of all time? Ooh. That's a hard choice.
What now?
That's a really hard choice.
Receiving you.
I'll have to think about that one. For the time being, we're going to kick the rear arc of this line holder.
Heading out.
We successfully kicked it. Fantastic. It doesn't have much rear armor left. Favorite game of all time.
Watch my heat. I'm taking damage.
There's a lot of good contenders for that, and they're kind of like completely different genres.
Understood.
So I would have a really hard time choosing. if we're talking like the game I have played the most in my life, which is not the same question, and I understand that. The game I've played the most in my life is definitely World of Warcraft. I don't like the current state of World of Warcraft, and I haven't played it in quite some time. I would not currently call it my favorite game.
That's a miss.
The games that got me into gaming could work there. Those would be Mech Commander and Revolt. Mech Commander is, of course, a like real-time tactics version of what we're doing here.
Firing a full salvo.
And Revolt is, if you're unfamiliar, a RC car racing game
Target's taking a critical
from
hit.
like 1999. Both of them are like late 90s games. Grand strategy only? Well, as far as that goes, I have a definite preference for the Paradox style of grand strategy. And from there, narrowing that down is a little bit more complicated. Stellaris is a really, 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 really good game. There's that. It's probably my favorite out of the Paradox grand strategies. I mean, Crusader Kings is incredibly good too. CK3.
Moving out.
I think I would rate CK3 currently a little bit over Europa. Europa was, I think I had a slight preference for Europa before CK3 came out. But for right now, I think that CK3's modernizations bring it up above Europa. Victoria 3 is going to be really, really good, I think, but fingers crossed on that one. It's not out yet, obviously, so I can't really include that. Yeah, I think that as far as Paradox Grand Strategy games, Stellaris is definitely in the lead there. Mostly due to its theming. Its mechanics are possibly the most simplistic of all of the Paradox Grand Strategies, but the theming of Stellaris is so good. Mechanically, there's a lot of weirdness in Europa, for sure, mechanically. I think mechanically I prefer Crusader Kings. So, yeah, the answer, I guess, is it's complicated. Okay, so what are we going to get from salvage here? We definitely took a little bit of damage. I would love to get a line holder. A line holder would be amazing. We would need more parts for that, but we're not surprised about that. ER, medium, and small lasers are okay. We could use more endosteel structure. A rangefinder, that's good. We definitely should take that. We only have the one endosteel structure right now. I'll grab another one. There we go. CK3 does have its great features, but I'd have to say CK2 is my all-time favorite out of Paradox. There's a lot of things to like about CK2 over CK3. I agree with that. CK3 is a lot more streamlined, I guess you could say. There's no doubt about that. And it hasn't achieved feature parity with CK2. There are issues that have to do not with the game itself, but rather with the engine and the just age of CK2 that makes it complicated for me to like CK2 over CK3. For example, as you may know, I play in 4K. CK2 does not scale its UI to 4K. So everything is absolutely tiny with CK2. That's a big part of the reason, actually, why I haven't gone back to CK2, because I was interested in potentially doing a CK2 like a comparison series where we were like going back to CK2 after all of the time that we've spent in CK3, just as a like brief reaction to it, maybe even as a stream thing. But I haven't done it because of the UI issues. You just can't see what's going on in 4K, and I don't know. You can upscale it from like 1080, but it's kind of nutty. I do agree with you on Stellaris. The game has so many things that you can do. Every game will be different. Yeah, absolutely. Every game is completely and totally different in that. And sometimes you get a really good start, sometimes you get a really bad start. It's kind of like Civ in that manner, as opposed to the other Paradox games where it's much more of a static start. I'm not going to call that really a pro or a con. That's kind of just a different thing. I just love the correct history of Paradox games. Yeah, I really, really like that. I think that's really neat. So we need to get a little repair work done here. I've also learned altogether too much geography playing Paradox games. That's definitely a thing that has happened. So we need to get these repairs done. Let's get our mech warriors back. That'll all be great. Cool. All work orders complete, and we can hop into our barracks and get some upgrades going here.
Yes, Commander.
I hear you.
Or rather, some promotions.
Waiting for order.
Live fire can grab a point of tactics. We'll confirm that.
Training complete.
Let's do it.
Yep. Waiting
I
for orders.
particularly like the Crusader Kings 2 historically accurate Aztec invasion. That's a great one. No, for real, I actually do enjoy the Aztec invasion sometimes. I just don't like to accidentally have it on and suddenly Aztecs. With the Mongols, it makes a little bit more sense, right? Because it's historical. But if we're going to have the Aztec invasion on, I enjoy having it on occasionally, for sure. But it has to be, like, planned. It's never going to be a default part of my CK2 experience.
Training confirmed,
I say,
Commander.
well, if I were ever to go back to CK2. Those UI issues are insane. That's all there is to it. Like, I understand that there's maybe not a lot of point to Paradox upgrading it at this juncture. I'm just trying to decide which we go for here. For Von Cobra, kind of neither of these matter. We don't actually want any of this. What am I doing? I need to pay attention here. We want to go for piloting for Von Cobra. Cool. So we want to go for escapist. There we go.
Mechwarrior Training complete.
Gotta pay attention sometimes. Excellent. You're from Iceland, so you know your geography. I'm not actually sure what the state of geography education is in Iceland. I can tell you in the US here, they try sometimes. Like, the amount of times that I've seen, like, on-the-street interviews where you go up to somebody with a map, but it's a map that's, you know, like, Eurocentric. Well, most map projections are Eurocentric. Like, you put Europe on either the left or the right side and just pan the map over, and then ask them to point to America, and they point to, like, Germany, and it's like, what do you... I'm so sad. I think there are mods for the UI so that you can actually see it. That may be true. I've tried looking for Crusader Kings 2 like 4K UI mods. I would absolutely love that, and I've been unsuccessful in finding them in the past. If you know what they're called, let me know, and I will gladly look into it. I've tried to locate them previously for both Victoria 2 and for CK2, but I've been thus far unsuccessful. If they exist, I don't know what they're called. But I would absolutely love it. With with Vic 3 coming out soon, though, that may be less of a big deal for Victoria. So, I'm really hoping that Victoria 3 is really good. Like, what I want is Victoria 2 with the visual upgrades that they've shown so far and the polish of CK3. That's all I want. That's all I want for it. So let's go ahead and grab this extra assassinate mission here. I think we're still trying to farm some higher level parts here. So I think continuing to run here is absolutely fine. Oh, this is Word of Blake. Do we want to run against Word of Blake? It's probably still fine. They're going to have like 7 units, most likely. We'll have 8. It should be okay. So I think that'll be fine. We might run into some problems here if they have a secondary lance, but what are the odds of them having a secondary lance at skull and a half? This is RogueTech, so like 90% chance. That's my guess anyway. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to Vic 3. In fact, I said in the Discord the other day, I am planning on having a full fat series on Victoria 3 on release day. I don't have early access. Paradox has not reached out to me with anything along those lines. Actually, let me check my email. Paradox has never reached out to me for anything along those lines ever. So I'd be a little surprised, but nope, there's nothing there, as I expected. Okay, so I'm planning on having a release day series of Victoria 3. I don't know what series it's like, what time slot it's going to be in yet, but I'm definitely planning on having that. I'm really hyped about it. I've got it here sitting in my Steam library. I pre-ordered it. I never pre-order games, but Paradox games are actually different for me on that. I do pre-order Paradox games, at least until such a time as they prove that I shouldn't. Imperator is maybe the exception there. But we don't talk about Imperator. Honestly, Imperator's fine. It's just a little bit underdeveloped, in my opinion. I don't hate Imperator. I think it's okay. So we need to destroy the target and escape. Our intelligence operatives believe that a Blakist leader is present and vulnerable on the surface of Capola. Eliminating them will leave their organization in shambles and clear the field for Davian operations. The target will be relatively unguarded, and we'd like you to strike during this window of opportunity. Sounds like we'll be hitting a middle manager. The target won't be a lone commander, and there's a bonus if we clean up the escorting units as well. Still, if things get too hot, we can always hit and run.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, let's see what we've got. We are definitely expecting an escort lance, and because it's Word of Blake, they will have 6 units.
Command interface initiated.
Victoria is the only Paradox game that I've not played. Victoria is... At least Victoria 2. We'll see how streamlined Victoria 3 is, but Victoria 2 is intense in the economy simulation. If you like building economy and trains and factories and managing your pops and things like that, Victoria 2 is the game for you. Like, imagine the planet building component of Stellaris, but that's almost the entire game, and it's in the 1800s. And that's Victoria. Like, it's all about the economy simulation. I really do hope Vic 3 lives up to our expectations. Do you know who you'll play as? No, but odds are very good that for the memes, it'll be Ethiopia. You gotta have that Ethiopia playthrough of every game, right? Like, literally every game that I play on the channel, except this one, I've played through as Ethiopia. Multiple times. Including Victoria 2. That was an exciting one. I'm not sure I would do that again, but here I am talking about doing it again. So, there's that. Okay. So, we see a galleon here. And that's it. All we see is a galleon. And they even moved, so sensors updated.
What's up, boss?
Huh. That's only slightly suspect. We're gonna move up over here.
Full speed.
Okay, there's the sensor update. So we see a Royal Ripper, we see a big... Why did this guy moving not update sensors? It usually does. Weird. We see a Jenner out over here. Is the Jenner our target unit? It is. Jaeger, Beagle Scout, this does not look particularly challenging, so it should be okay. We'll try to core out this galleon. There's a chance, but it's unlikely. Decent armor damage there. Just so you know, there's a second delay from our messages. Yeah, that is a side effect of streaming on YouTube. YouTube just endemically adds like a 20-second delay, and there's not really much I can do about that. It just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but I mean, the alternative is streaming on Twitch, and I have quite a number of reasons for not streaming on Twitch or like Facebook. Ugh. Like, yeah. So there are both technical and contractual reasons for not wanting to stream on those other platforms. Streaming on YouTube does have a delay. The delay is not on my end. It is entirely on YouTube's. So there's unfortunately nothing I can do about that delay. So we'll reserve here. This J. Edgar moved up. I'm going to continue to reserve.
Delay. Okay.
We see a Nexus 2 over here. Interesting. AoE LRMs. Okay.
Receiving you.
So our AC2 mech absolutely needs to be moving in as much as it can. We can try to potshot this Royal Ripper. 10% hit odds. You know what? We'll take it.
Confirmed.
We missed. I'm not shocked. Yeah, 25-second delay is not ideal for sure, but it's a technical thing on YouTube's end. Technically, I can have the delay a little bit lower, but to stream in 4K 60, it requires to be on the longest delay option on YouTube. The lowest amount of delay that YouTube offers for a 1080 stream is like 12 seconds, which is still pretty long. And I was just like, you know what? Streaming in 4K, I might as well just go for the slightly longer delay. As long as everyone's aware that it is what it is, I think it's fine. I prefer a delay than an ad on Twitch. Fair enough. We're going to try to fire the laser rifle here for the first time. We haven't actually fired this laser rifle before. Let's see what that feels like. It's a very low chance of hitting, but we'll see. Interesting. Did I fire... I don't think I did. I don't think I fired the AoE Rocket 5. No, that was just the SRM-6. Okay, good. I did not want to. So we're going to move up over this direction.
On my way. Double time.
And we'll fire on this Royal Ripper. It does have 5 evasive, but we would love to take him down. 25 damage there. Not the greatest. What else do we have? Pack Rat firing on us. Not a big deal. Cool.
Hey there.
So we're going to bring our Hatchetman up over this way, I think. I prefer not to stray shot our mechs in the back, so that would be nice. 17.9. These guys out here are not actually giving us numbers, so we're going to have to do this the hard way. 5.4. Yeah. 17.9 on that Jenner. I think we'll go for the Royal Ripper.
Roger that.
Not bad. Wait a second. That was a Hatchetman. Why was I... Okay, I'm clearly very distracted by you guys. It's fine. Keep talking. But I thought that was going to be the Hollander. Okay, this is the Hatchetman. We're going to move up over this direction. How long do I plan on streaming? For today, we're going to be done here in probably around half an hour or so. Actually, probably going to wrap up after this mission. We've been going for a while, so we're probably going to be wrapping up around then.
Yes.
So the Hollander at this point, I do want it to move out over here. There's... Actually, sprinting is okay.
Copy that.
I definitely want to get it out over on this flank. 21%, 12.1, and yep, that all's good. We'll fire on the Royal Ripper. We may get it.
Firing. Full complement.
Ooh, that was close, but not quite there. Okay. So we need to fire the MRMs at the Royal Ripper. I think that's very clear. That Jenner is the one with the AoE LRMs, but it only does 1 damage. I'm not too concerned about the AoE LRMs. It's not like it has a sniper artillery or something.
Good to go.
I do think that our Mongoose absolutely should come out here and start trying to backstab the Nexus 2 with the Commando. So we're going to make our way up over this direction.
I'm already there.
Checking hit odds. Technically, the Nexus 2 is the way to go here. But our hit odds, our heat is actually very high. I guess we've been having rain previously. And we fired last round, and then and sprinted twice. So that would explain it. Okay, all good. Our commando is going to make its way up here as well. Those guys need to engage over this way for sure. And we're going to fire on the Royal Raptor here, see if we can get anything. Hey, there we go. One dead Royal Raptor.
I'll get pacified.
It's excellent that it doesn't get to drop its bombs on us.
Commander.
The Jenner will also engage up here. We've kind of got a bit of a quasi-cavalry lance going on here. The Pack Rat's the one to fire at here.
Got it.
Sad.
That's a miss.
But not shocking. Okay. So the Hollander is definitely going to position out over this way. We're not going to fire on the Nexus because that's way too close to the Jenner. We could backstab there. 14% and 51 on the Oxide over here. That's pretty good. Far better than I expected. We still miss, but it's far better than I expected.
Reporting negative damage.
You're just glad that you caught my stream. Wow, words are very difficult. This is why I'm going to be stopping the stream soon. You're usually cooking dinner for the kids around this time. Well, that's cool. It's always exciting to...
What do you need?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Heading out.
I don't know what is exciting to do. Have time with your family, I guess? There we go. Cool.
Targeting.
We're going to fire on this Pack Rat, and I'm definitely getting a little bit scatterbrained at this point. I mean, I recorded, like, directly before sitting down for this stream, so I've been going for, like, almost 6 hours at this point. It's, a little much. We're going to be firing on the Nexus too. Hit odds are not the best, but I'd like to strip off some armor here. Not bad, a structure exposure. I like it. Huh. I don't know about moving the Beagle Scout there. That's,
Commander.
like, within melee range of our hatchetman. Granted, it has a lot of evasive. It's hard to hit at this angle. We should really try to kick it from, like, over here. I would prefer to get in the rear arc, but this is going to be fine. We do miss the kick. That's not shocking.
No luck.
And we miss almost everything else. Fair enough. Okay, the Pack Rat moves up. Powering down slowly but surely. Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm needing to recharge soon.
What do you need?
We're going to move our AC-20 mech up over this way.
On my way.
28% hit odds isn't great. We should definitely switch over to short-range targeting at this point. That'll boost it up to 37.
Targeting for an hour.
We still miss, but we do get some armor blow-through damage there. I like it. 10 damage internally into the CT. Not bad. That Jaeger moves into melee range of a hatchetman too.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Okay. I don't like that. I don't think that these are good moves. They're trying to backstab us, but I don't know. They don't have support for it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so our Mongoose is definitely going to come around over this way. We'd have to charge the Nexus, I'm pretty sure, if we wanted to melee it. Yeah. So we're going to come around over this way and just sprint in.
Copy that.
And we'll fire on this guy's side arc. This heat is still pretty up there.
Roger that.
Okay, 10 damage. Not too bad. What else do we have?
Yep.
The Wolverine is definitely going to come in, and I think the Beagle Scout is the one to go after here. 30%, 37, 43 from this angle. Not sure why that's different, but okay. We'll take it.
I'll do what I can. Targeting for physical attack.
We do miss the kick, but that's fine. Cool. So the Nexus 2 moves up, and that seems reasonably okay. It doesn't even fire. The Beagle Scout disengages. That's the right call right here, for sure. That is definitely the correct call. So we're going to fire on this Jenner again. We miss again. One of these days, we're going to hit with a greater than 50% hit on. But it is not this day. So who moves right now? That is the Pack Rat. Seems okay.
Hey.
So our Freeman definitely wants to engage this Nexus 2. RogueTech, you okay? Yeah, there we go. Cool. We're going to move up over here. 4 evasive, and we could fire over this way. Cool.
Hunting through the back.
We narked him. Excellent.
All out of SRMs.
Dimitri H has re-upped their membership for 3 months as a peer of the realm. Thank you very much for that. If you are watching, I think YouTube shows this whether they're watching the stream or not. So if you're watching, thank you very much. If not, well,
What's up, boss?
I guess we could get rude about it, but I don't think there's much of a point in that. So thank you very much regardless of whether you're watching or not. This is our AC-10 Hatchetman, and I think we're just going to move it up over here. But yeah, I think YouTube displays that whether they joined from the stream or not, when they do that, if they're watching the stream. Okay, I'm having a hard time explaining this. If there's a stream live, let me try this again. If there's a stream live, I believe when that re-upping happens, wow, I'm really struggling with this. If there's a stream live when the re-upping happens, I believe that it shows it whether they're watching the stream or not. So that's what I'm trying to say. There we go. Words are very difficult all of a sudden. I like it. So we're going to move up over this way.
Position confirmed.
And actually, this Pack Rat has really good hit odds. Fire on him. Nice. The Pack Rat's out of here.
Damn. Let's do this.
So we've got 2 more units to destroy here, and the actual target. Our Jenner can come in behind this Nexus and backstab it, but honestly, we might be better off front stabbing it. Just checking hit odds differentials here. Yeah, I think we side arc attack it here. Cool.
Moving out. Engaging.
Okay. The Nexus 2 did manage to avoid that melee attack. That's not shocking.
Negative damage.
But we still got some decent internal damage there. Now, the Jenner might get hit here, and it did overheat a little bit, but the Jenner is actually pretty tanky, so it should be fine. The J. Edgar running out over here is a little obnoxious, but it should be okay.
Do they think they can hurt me?
Cool. So, what do we have next? That is the Hollander. Hit odds on the Jenner are still 57%. Hey, we actually hit it for once. So there's that torso gone.
Solid connection on that one.
Now, the Jenner could start running.
Yeah?
We definitely need to move the Wolverine over this way. Okay, the Wolverine missed its melee attack, so it can't actually sprint. We're gonna head over here. Do you enjoy history? Yes, I'm a big fan of history.
I'm taking the shot.
I believe that if you don't know your history, you are doomed to repeat it. So I think that it's incredibly important to know history. We're gonna move up with our Mongoose up here and engage the Nexus 2 for the moment. We can afford to fire this medium-heavy laser. This is definitely indicative that the Mongoose is running pretty hot, and we need to do something about that. That was a really solid hit. That was an incredible backstab. I love it. Okay, so we have our Hatchetman here. Our LBX autocannon is actually going to be pretty effective against the Jenner here. We could easily kill it. And we did. Target eliminated. Excellent. So all we need to do now is finish off this J. Edgar. We'll fire a narc, but I don't expect it to hit. Cool.
Good to go.
So the AD AC-20 ammo is going to sprint down over here. I'm not going to shoot at this guy with the AC-20 because of the extreme chance of a backstab, and a rear arc AC-20 friendly fire is not something that we want. Oh, wait. There's the Beagle Scout, too. I forgot about the Beagle Scout.
Ready for orders.
Okay. The Hatchetman is going to move in down over this direction. What would be your favorite era of history? Ooh. That's a lot like the favorite game question.
On the move.
I like a lot of eras of history. I think that my favorite era of history, though, like the era that fascinates me the most, would probably be the Bronze Age.
Waiting for orders.
I think that there's a lot of really interesting things that happened in the Bronze Age, and there's also a lot of mystery about things that happened in the Bronze Age that I find absolutely fascinating. But in particular, the like delicate balance between the, what was it, 4 or 5 major empires? I forget how many there actually were, and it kind of depends on what time period you're talking about too. But the delicate diplomatic and military balance between the empires that were all like vying for domination between each other, but also completely dependent on each other with trade. I find that absolutely fascinating and actually kind of a corollary to modern times in a lot of ways. So I think that would probably be my favorite era of history, and I would love to see a Paradox game set in the Bronze Age. I know that there's an Imperator mod for that that I've never actually tried, but I would love there to be a dedicated game to the Bronze Age. I think that'd be really cool.
Okay, I'm on it.
So this J. Edgar is going to be a little bit hard for us to hit.
Standing by.
Our Mongoose is going to come up here and try to hit this Beagle Scout. We're going to have to not fire medium-heavy lasers because of, or at least one medium-heavy laser because of our heat. But otherwise, this all looks good. Yeah, we miss our melee. That's not shocking. Structure exposure there, but did we get a kill? We did not. No internal damage. Sad.
Receiving you.
Our Jenner, however, can definitely move over to the same sort of arc. Over to... There we go. Over to here. And we'll fire this medium laser, but we're really trying to get into that exposed area.
Putting my weight into
Not really trying to hit the rear arc here.
missed.
And we did. It's dead. Cool. 1 force remains.
Hostile eliminated.
I'm here.
Okay, so the commando is going to start running over this direction. Cool. We can fire the Narc launcher, but we're probably not going to hit it.
Rear armor.
The J. Edgar is, I think, just running to the edge of the map, which is right here, so it's not too much further. But that's the only remaining unit to take out. We're going to sprint up over here, where we're not obstructed by our own mech. And we'll fire the AC-10, but we're not expecting much out of that. Yeah, nothing really.
That's a miss.
Standing by.
Okay, the Hollander is going to turn around and head this direction, but it's not going to get LOS anytime soon.
Standing by.
Same with the AD AC. Actually, it does get LOS. We need to evaluate this firing line. It should be safe, but there is a chance, I think, that we hit this mech. Let's give it a go. Okay, we didn't. All good. Cool.
Damn it.
So at this point, we're just chasing down this J. Edgar. This is something that the AI does towards the end of missions that I wish that the mod authors for RogueTech would address. I know that they've done some AI changes recently, but this behavior, where it just disengages and runs away, but it clearly can't win and doesn't have anywhere to go, I wish that they would change that and make it a little bit less likely to do this and a little more likely to just end the mission. It's kind of a pointless waste of time, but the game's still fun. So the J. Edgar is going to die eventually. We just need to get it caught. Actually, this is a decent angle.
Copy that.
Only 17.9% hit chance, but it's fine.
Take this.
A smattering of damage there. Not too bad.
Commander.
Our mongoose can't actually sprint because we
aye.
missed our melee last time, but there we go.
Waiting for orders.
The hatchetman, I would love to see it get somewhere where it can fire. For now, it'll go up here, and maybe it'll jump up here next time. We'll see if it survives.
Commander.
The J. Edgar, I mean, not our mech. Our mech is definitely going to survive. It doesn't really have any kill pressure on any of our mechs at this point, so that's fine. If you enjoy watching history documentaries, I recommend the YouTuber History Time. He has spectacular videos on all sorts of empires, kingdoms, and ancient civilizations. I think that I've seen that channel come up in recommendations before, but I'm not sure that I've ever actually watched any of those videos. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for the recommendation.
Hey,
Okay, our commando is going to continue to close in over here.
going as fast as I can.
I'm sure you are. And we'll see what the J. Edgar does. Yep, heads directly over towards this edge of the map, the far edge. I really wish that they would fix that AI behavior.
No shooting, just running.
It doesn't have a chance of winning, and it can't escape either. If they made it so that they could withdraw off of the map, maybe that would be a different thing. That would actually be a decent thing that they could do. Make it so the AI could withdraw like that, but not the player, of course. Definitely not the player. That's what you have this withdraw system for. So that would be a fascinating solution to it, actually. Okay.
What do you need?
Our Wolverine is out of LOS for the moment.
Let's move.
We need to crest this hill.
Yes, Commander.
We'll get there eventually.
Roger that.
And we don't really have any indirect fire right now either.
Receiving.
The hatchetman here can sprint up.
Got it. No
I'd
shoot.
love for the Hollander to move in here, but we've already moved the Hollander this round.
What now?
Okay. The commando will move in,
Oh boy, here we go.
and let's see what they do. Continuing to flee to the edge of the map. Yep. Sad.
Yes, Commander.
Well, our mongoose will sprint in as quickly as it can. It is pretty quick. It's already caught up to some of our mediums.
Let's go.
And our hatchetman will actually get an LOS here. I like it.
No
We'll
shooting,
pot shot
just
this.
running. On it.
No damage, but that's not shocking. There's no further that the J. Edgar can run, to be clear. So our shots are just going to get easier from here. Any moment now. There we go.
Copy that.
A little bit more armor damage there.
What's up, boss?
The Jenner is going to sprint on up. That'll be fine.
Receiving you.
And the Hollander will close in. I'm not going to sprint it, just going to walk it in. And we'll try to fire the Gauss here.
For an alpha
We do
strike.
not hit. This guy's way out at the edge of the map.
Orders.
The hatchetman will close in. We'll pot shot this again. Only 0.9% chance, but it's worth a shot.
Reporting negative damage.
Yeah, no reason not to do it.
Commander.
We'll sprint in with our AC-20, but we're way out of range for that.
I'm
And
here.
our commando can start heading in.
If you say so.
Cool. Oh, is it coming back towards us? I think it did a little bit. Yeah, it came back towards us there. Great. That's really, really good. That means it dies here. It's no longer wildly out of range.
Waiting
Our
for
Hollander
order.
can position like right here.
Heading out.
It's got a lot of evasion. It's got 7
Got it.
evasion pips. But it's still easier for us to hit.
Missed.
So that's great.
What do you need?
The Wolverine will move in, and we'll try to fire on him.
Aye aye. Engaging target.
A few hits there.
SRMs are out.
Ready for order.
And the Mongoose will come on in here as well. We can definitely fire every weapon we have. A video that I recommend for you is the Sea Peoples in the Late Bronze Age. It's 2 hours long, but it's worth it. Now that you say that, I think I've watched that video. I remember watching a 2 hour long video with a title very similar to that. I think I've seen that one. It was fascinating. I'm always very interested in that era.
How's it going?
So we're going to continue to close in with our Hatchman over here. How many evasion does it have now? Still 7. Oof.
Receiving.
All we need to do is hit it with one decently hard-hitting weapon, and it dies.
Going full throttle.
And it doesn't have any kill pressure on us, so... At this point, the J. Edgar is just stretching it out.
Missed.
But it's okay.
Standing by.
So our Jenner is going to close on in. It will eventually run out of areas to run to, but the map is large, and it can keep heading north.
Hey.
But we will sprint in with our commando.
Throttling up for what it's worth. Looking uneasy.
Yeah, we don't hit it there. Not shocking, but we're catching up.
Bad luck.
We're definitely catching up. We're going to be in range of the AC-20 here very soon, but not now.
Full throttle.
Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Our Mongoose is absolutely going to come in over here. I'm not going to fire this medium-heavy laser because of heat.
Rear armor it is.
Yeah, we miss all that. That's to be expected.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Commander.
The Hollander is going to try to get an LOS out over here. Sadly, it doesn't.
Going full throttle.
It's very close, but not quite there. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The Wolverine will hop over here. We do still have MRM-30 ammo,
Roger.
so we'll see what we get here. 15 damage. It's better than nothing. And the Jenner is now able to fire as well. My favorite faction of the Bronze Age is definitely Egypt. The chariots, their gods, and their wars. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. That makes a lot of sense.
Locking in all weapons.
I just particularly like the dynamic between the big empires. I mean, I do think that Egypt is a particularly cool culture. That's for sure. But the dynamic between the big empires is what I'm most interested in, where they're all vying for domination, but completely and utterly interdependent, where they can't really go after each other
Need something, Chief?
because they will destroy themselves. But they have to try to, like, exert dominance, nevertheless. That's what I like the most about it. So we can definitely bring our AC-20 down over this way. He's hiding behind a rock now. So a lot of these guys over here aren't really going to have an LOS. But we're definitely catching up. Our Hatchman is now in decent range here.
Firing.
But every time he has the 7 evasive hits, so it's very hard to hit this J. Edgar. Very, very hard.
Negative damage. I'm here.
Okay, our commando is going to come in over here. I'd like to, like, get this guy surrounded, ideally. Can we actually just move in Emilium? Or would that be a charge? That would be a charge. I'd rather not charge. So we're just going to move into here.
Moving to position.
And hopefully we'll be able to narc him.
All right.
We got some damage there. No success on the narc.
What do you
That is
need?
sad. Okay. We'd like to sit somewhere... We need an LOS. Unfortunately, these are all in the minimum range of the MRM. But we'll try it nevertheless.
Copy that.
Like 16 damage there.
Waiting for
It'll
orders.
do. The Hollander can position here.
Roger that.
Do we like this angle? It's risky.
Got it.
Okay. We didn't hit our own mech there. That's
Failed to
what
connect.
matters.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to move our AC-20 down over this way.
Double time. Let's go.
They're definitely getting pinned in.
Orders.
We definitely want to move the Mongoose into the water
Full
so that
speed.
we can
No
take
target.
advantage of that heat sinking capacity. Cool.
Firing all weapons.
We missed all of our lasers. 7 evasive is just so hard to hit.
That didn't hit.
Waiting for orders.
But again, there's no kill threat on us whatsoever right now. We'll position over here with our Jenner, and we'll pot shot this. No hits. Okay.
Negative damage.
What? No.
Well, our commando can now come in and melee. So we'll start to roll those melee rolls.
There. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent. We missed that kick, but just getting the rolls is a big deal. Oh, we successfully narked it there. That's a huge deal.
Yes, Commander.
Fantastic. Very, very happy about that. We're going to move in over here. We may not want to take this shot, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. We didn't stray shot our commando. That could have been rough if we had.
Damn it.
So he moves now. Let's see what he does. Okay.
Damage minimal.
Did he actually get all 7 evasive there? He did.
What's up, boss?
Well, we'll move up over here. Just because he's narked, he's much easier to hit. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Okay. So our add AC-20 ammo is definitely going to walk over here, and I want to kick him. We have a 50% hit chance on the AC-20. This J. Edgar's super dead.
My way.
Maybe not with this attack, but it's super dead. At long last. Oh yeah, there we go. We succeeded the 50% roll. Oh, that took way longer than it needed to. Okay, let's get out of here. That took way longer than it needed to. Yeah, honestly, I think giving the AI a withdrawal option when the AI believes that it is not possible to continue, like in a situation like that, and it just goes to the edge, I think that would be a good way to handle that. That'd be neat. You wouldn't want them necessarily to withdraw because you'd be giving up potential salvage opportunities, but at the same time, maybe you would want them to withdraw. Maybe you don't want to fight them. I think I'm going to continue watching the PAX Scandinavia playlist after the stream is over. I'm on episode 28. Well, good luck with that one. That's a pretty lengthy playlist there. But yeah, I had fun with that, playing a quote-unquote pacifist. We were perhaps the most belligerent pacifists, but it was exciting, to be sure. So we didn't take all that much damage. Our repairs are going to be okay. As far as salvage goes, there wasn't all that much that we're all that interested in. I was hoping for a little bit more. Engine Core 235 is not bad. Taking a double heatsink and a double heatsink kit. Heavy ferro armor? That's pretty good. At least once we start getting some heavier mechs. Maybe we could take an Engine Core 180 too. Sure. That'll be fine. So we'll go through here. We'll go ahead and sell off the SRM4 Valiant. We'll keep the C3I. We'll sell some of these more standard things. Okay, that all looks good. So I think that we're just going to stop the stream there. It's pretty much the stream stop time anyway. So thank you very much for watching, everybody who is still here. And a very special thank you as well to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, wait, no, not Sigma162 anymore, actually. Sigma162 has dropped off of the council members, which makes me sad. But Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jens Graham, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, who just re-upped their membership, thank you very much, and Punching the Microphone. And Sigma162, I don't mean to call you out. I'm just, like, if you've got, like, if you need the money more than I do, that's probably true. You probably do. So, have a good time. Have a good time. And I will see you all next time.